taken damage.
Look, I picked her before I knew that. Okay.
Oh no, you'd be a commie powers.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, I want special
Well,
powers
no, it's
now
BK.
too.
She's exposed to the.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know how I feel about this modern day context, but I really like Sergeant Yang Mei because she's an assassin spy.
Oh yeah, yeah. She was my second choice. It was like so close.
Yeah, she was having a hard time going back and forth.
Yeah, she's got a real hate on for the Japanese and has been working as a partisan until her cover was blown, and then she's joined the more regular units.
She was such a cool character. I thought about choosing her.
That's true.
All right, nothing else then?
Nope.
That's it.
Okay, so you've been cobbled together from your various units while the SSU and the Allies are playing catch up to the Nazis or the ex-Nazis. Now they're just the Germans. The Germans. Some of you are, have distinguished service. You've been war heroes. Some of you have been involved in partisan actions. Some of you have been involved in the experimentation with VK or have been exposed to large amounts of it. Now, early in the war, Zverograd was this sort of big science city. It was meant to be like the ideal Soviet city, completely brand new, modern, brutalist buildings, efficient housing blocks, lots of scientific spaces for research and so on. And when the SSU got hold of VK technology, it was here that a lot of it was retro-engineered and understood, and small amounts of VK that the Soviets were able to dig up and store were held here, which obviously made it a huge target in the war. So the Axis arrived and started laying waste to everything. And the Allies are also present because it's felt that there must be both Axis and SSU secrets going on here. So it's a three-way tussle for Zverograd.
What's SSU stand for?
A Sino-Soviet Union.
So China and Russia.
China and Russia and the commies. Yeah. So China, Russia, and South America.
So what is FAR?
That's the Cuban military.
Okay.
I can't remember
And
what it
the
stands
Allies
for.
are called.
And what's the PLA?
People's Liberation Army.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're all commies?
You're all commies. Yes.
Going against the Nazis.
Okay,
Yes.
so
I love
FAR
this so much.
FAR stands for
the war.
Just like in real life.
What's the FAR?
Fuerzas Armadas Revolucionarias.
There you go.
That's what I was thinking.
Now you know.
Yeah,
Now
it's
you know.
Revolutionary Army Forces, basically.
Yeah.
Literally,
So it's
what it
just,
means.
everyone's just like Revolutionary Army in different languages. It's like NATO's called OTAN in some of the more Latin languages. Which is handy because it's just backwards. All right. Anyway, it has been a long and trying journey across war-torn Europe and Asia to get here. And even getting into Zverograd is difficult. I mean, this place makes Stalingrad look like Butlins, which is a holiday camp for those of you who aren't British. Yeah, it's nasty. The fighting has gone back and forth, and nobody has really managed to get any kind of genuine advantage here. Even the SSU, with its closer proximity to the city, is having serious trouble. So the way that you're being brought into the city is at night on a rusty old fishing vessel. So it is night. It is a new moon, so it's dark as hell. The city has no power, so all you can really see of it on the horizon are fires burning and occasionally the odd shot of tracer rounds arcing up into the air. Even from far away, you can hear the dull crump of explosions. And as you're chugging along in this little sailing ship, you're passing the wreckage of other ships, patrol boats, a couple of larger vessels, an old fishing fleet that has been reduced to rust and nothingness. The sailor running the ship is running it by himself, and has to make frequent trips back to the engine to kick at it and curse at it to keep it working. But you and all your kit and some scant supplies are brought together on this vessel. And this is the first time since you started traveling that you've had any chance to relax. And it's the first time you've all been brought together. So you can go ahead and make introductions.
Nice to meet you, comrades.
Good to meet you as well.
Honored to be here with you all.
Greetings, Tovarish.
Ramon just lights up a cigarette and tries to look sexy because he's Cuban.
Is that what Cubans do, is it?
That's what we do. We do.
Wasn't a cigar then?
True.
Glaz,
It was.
Glaz is a little shy, so she will pull out her binoculars and scan the area while just kind of side-eyeing everyone and paying attention to the conversation.
Okay, let's make the first roll of the game then, just to show people how it works. So if you look at your sheet, should have, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me.
I don't have that on my sheet.
No, you should have a mind stat underneath your name.
All right.
So you take that and you add your awareness and you add 1 for the binoculars and roll that many 6-sided dice.
I'm just about to ask that.
Wait, where's awareness?
I think it's just me, right? Only me or
And the
everybody?
skills. Just you.
And
Oh,
okay.
Because I have binoculars.
Ah,
My mind isn't very great, she said. So 2 for that, and then 1 plus awareness for the binoculars, and then what else do I add? And my actual awareness, got
And
it,
your actual awareness skill. Yeah.
which is also 1. 4, 4, 5, 3, 1, 5.
So one success. Yeah. So yeah, scanning across everything that you can see here, all you're really seeing is more wrecks and not a lot else. When you cast your gaze to the north and zoom in a little bit with your binoculars underneath one of the few surviving bridges in the city, you can see the telltale spiky shape of mines floating in the arches underneath the bridge. Fortunately, you don't have to go through there.
And looking at the map, we're coming up from where those airplanes are dropping us off, or like on the left side of the map?
So if you want to take a look at the map, yeah, so you're coming up alongside where those airplane markers are, though they're not actually there, they're just map decorations.
So I'm seeing that bridge and the letter M next to it.
Yes. So that's where you'll be coming in.
now who are we as a group? In other words, like how do we know each other?
It's a ragtag army of liberation?
Yeah.
Or?
So you're a special operations unit that has just been
Okay.
brought together. You don't know why necessarily. Who knows what labyrinthine twists and turns of Soviet bureaucracy have brought you together.
That is, right? Okay.
So we're just kind of being sent in unknown and unawares. Like we're just like, okay, we've been all put together on this boat. Do we know what we're supposed to be doing?
No, and you don't even know each other, really. Your only orders so far are to report to headquarters in Zverograd.
Okay.
Apparently, I'm one of the lowest ranking people here.
I think you're private
Probably
first
the
class,
best.
though.
I think
yeah,
it's just
private.
Yeah, I'm just
Huh.
private.
Yeah.
So a peasant is a corporal. Good job. Oh, water rations, anyone?
I'll take some before we.
If you don't have cigarettes or cigars on your equipment list, any ones you smoked now are your last ones.
Oh. Someone's gonna be jonesing.
Yeah, I don't seem to have any of that in my gear. So
I have an
There's
There is
SMG,
somebody who
that's
has
like
cigarettes.
a free ticket to cigarettes.
I have
There is
20
a Metal Gear
cigarettes.
Solid nod. Is that you, Yang Mei? Do you have cigarettes?
I have 20, and you can't have any.
Oh, I don't smoke. I'm just thinking of the tactical application of such a device.
Oh yeah,
in
yeah.
a-
Like if there's a laser
Laser.
tripwire or something.
It's not very communist of you saying
Comrade
that
Yang,
you can't have
share
enough
smoke.
car cigarettes.
it's well,
That is a
okay.
very
As,
good point. Are we sure we
as-
don't have a spy among us?
actually, as part of my stealth and camouflage, I do have a cardboard box.
Oh, are you
Yeah.
suitcasing some
Just a
cigarettes?
box.
Okay, fine. You can have 2 cigarettes each.
But we have to give you back our
Not from the
rations as
suitcase.
well. So it's
Yes.
yes, communal pot. Yes,
Mhm.
that.
Thank you,
You have
comrade.
to evenly divide the 1 carrot in the stew, right?
Mhm.
You have to chop it.
The captain comes by on one of his frequent trips to and from the engine, tucks down his striped shirt, adjusts his sailing cap, and says, "Put those out. There'll be snipers soon."
Okay.
I stub it out and save what's left for later.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I never lit
He-
mine up. I'm just keeping them as currency.
The ship lurches as he speeds it up for a short while and then cuts the engines, and you drift on increasingly slowly and start to come in at the dock. He grabs a big pole and uses it to make sure you stay clear of any of the wrecks, and you come slowly chugging into what's left of the dock. Most of the piers are smashed. There isn't a lot of goods or anything much here. There's a few soldiers and a few sailors with a sort of ragtag mishmash of equipment, keeping an eye on things. But the docks themselves don't seem to be a massive hotbed of activity. There's very few buildings that are even slightly intact, but there does seem to be a sort of command post with a crazy leaning radio antenna sticking out of it, and a few officers, a couple of corporals and a lieutenant, just sort of huddled around there with a fire and an old trash can. So it's an inauspicious arrival.
Is there
so who-
someone nearby who needs to have a password to say copper? What's shit? I don't even know what that reference is because I didn't play Deus Ex.
There's a couple of bored-looking sentries, but they seem to recognize the ship and the captain, so they're not really challenging you. They just catch the rope when he hauls it and tie the boat off.
I think our captain's a hard ass. He told us to put out your cigarettes. Meanwhile, these guys are burning a bonfire. I don't know. His logic doesn't add up about snipers. I'm gonna keep my binoculars out and look out for any kind of red sights I can see anywhere on high buildings to verify.
It is a very depressing sight, but at least the bridge is intact.
So does anyone know the way? Who's leading the? I don't know. How we're going to get
Who's
there.
your
Does anyone
ranking
have
officer? You got
I believe you're the
corporal.
highest ranking
Lieutenant?
officer.
I don't know
Is that the
military
highest?
structure enough to figure that out.
Apparently,
Lieutenant
I'm a
Zoo?
lieutenant,
Zoo?
so I don't know where that puts me.
I think
I'm
you're the
nobody.
top guy.
Yeah,
Well, that's a
you
commissioned
know,
officer, so I think that puts you at the top.
Oh,
I just
great.
have a name.
Yeah, I don't think. I
SSV.
think I forgot to give you a rank, but it would be specialist.
Right,
Just slightly
Okay.
above private.
Yeah.
right.
So I guess I'll be looking at the map.
I think we
Oh,
should
Lieutenant.
just
Yes,
follow
sir.
Private Ramon
Shit.
on looks alone.
Do I have a map?
Is it on your sheet?
Get out of the way, cat.
I'm looking.
Seriously.
Does not look
Okay.
like there is a map on my sheet.
Does anyone have a
Well,
map
there is
on the
a
sheet?
on your character sheet. I
Let
see.
me see.
Is it in your,
Background urban.
in your gear? Maybe?
I do have a map.
It'd be under gear.
Yep, I
Okay.
have a map.
So my as a map.
Right.
You look at the map. It is a glorious, glossy, folded map of pre-wars Verograd. All tall, gleaming
Okay.
buildings and shiny bridges, and pointing out, important things to go and look at. Apparently, there was an old Orthodox monastery here, and the area where you are now is described as a picturesque and preserved fishing village. You're not really seeing it.
I also have a map.
I have
Yeah,
a map.
same.
All right.
At least you have
Um,
backups.
Yeah, we got backups.
So it looks like this is going to require some interpreting. You mind if I take a look at that?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. And she hands it over.
So,
There's a metro
you
map
know,
on the reverse as well.
All right. I'm going to try to lay it out and, gather everyone around. It's like, okay, so it looks like we're here. Does anyone recognize? Does that look like the right streets right there? Is that?
Can you bring that trash can fire closer? Can't see very
So I probably, let's see. I don't know if I have any kind of lighting equipment. As a gizmo tier, would I be able to produce light fairly easily?
Probably in your toolkit, you've got a lamp.
All right. So
Or you could go over to the fire and examine the map there.
That's right. I did in some of the dust
All
art.
right.
I did see some
So, I'm gonna-
goggles. So I'm gonna get you some goggles.
Yeah. The goggles, sure. Yeah. So, and then I'll probably use a little light thing so that we can all kind of look at it and kind of bring everyone around. It's like, okay, so it looks like we're around this area, and then try to. Yeah, sure.
I have a code book if that would help at all.
It will if you find any codes.
Okay.
So the Communist Party HQ on the map is number 1,
You look like a bad scientist. I love it.
if that's the right place.
We have to do a skill check to refold the map.
And we're,
Accurate.
Yeah, that's mobility plus origami difficulty 5.
Oh shit!
Plus awareness and mind. And
All right. So do we get a kind of our bearings of where we're at? And
So yeah, you are. So the main docks are further north up this side. You are south of the bridge, in that sort of little right angle bit.
okay.
Where's the map
So right in
that
the
we're
middle.
looking at?
Maps on the sheet at the top.
Oh, it is?
so we're close
Yeah.
to number, what is that, 14?
oh yeah, we could put the map up. Actually, yeah. You know what? Let me replace our dice cam, or not replace,
Hang on.
but
Let me
Yeah,
find a
yeah,
bigger
yeah.
version so you can
present it.
look at it. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of to make up numbers.
Yeah.
What happens if I do this?
Control plus. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, there's a link. We'll drop it in the chat for people.
Oh, very nice.
Okay. So
It's there.
So I
you
just-
are between 7 and 8. So 7 is the
Yeah.
airfield,
Mm,
8 is the
big.
bridge
You can't not make
and
it.
8
that
was
big.
the bridge with the mines.
with the mines underneath it. Yeah.
So just to clarify, we are at that little little bit. So it goes straight, and then it starts to twist towards the first bridge. Up the
South,
coast.
yeah, southwest of the bridge is where you are, where that little sort of right angle on the shoreline is.
And do we know where we're supposed to be going? Like, is there a location on the map?
Yeah, where's the
Head-
Zvegrad capital?
Number 1.
Headquarters. I mean,
It's at the bottom of the peninsula, like
Oh,
southeast
Communist
of
Party
us.
HQ 1.
So,
Yeah.
so
that
we
would be
got to
right
cross
there.
the bridge.
I don't think we do. I think we have to take a left to go to the headquarters.
Do-
Is one
do we know the
HQ?
metro line is working?
Sorry, what was that? No, the metro line is definitely not working, and there's a lot of tunnel warfare going on. I mean, you could use the metro tunnel,
Not room.
Oops.
but it might be easier to navigate. But
Is the North Bridge the metro tunnel?
the red lines are metro tunnels,
Okay.
and they're also main roads above ground. They built them at the same time.
So all
So
the
number one-
M's are the metro stations.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if we go in the metro, we'll have to deal with ghouls for years.
that sounds
What?
fun, comrade.
Yeah, the Nazis. Well, the Axis do have zombies, so
Oh,
yeah,
well.
that's actually a genuine risk.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Okay. Lovely.
Yeah, they reanimated most of their casualties from Stalingrad and put them back into the fight. It's all rather horrible.
Okay.
They also have
And-
genetically engineered gorillas.
yay!
So, as an academic, which apparently I am, I would like to just make sure all our dots are crossed and all our T's are dotted. So, number one is Communist Party HQ, which is where we are going to.
Well, yes, before the war, that probably would have definitely been the right place to go, and it's probably not a bad idea as a place to go, but it's also likely to have been the first target for the Axis.
Okay,
So-
but I thought we saw some guards around here somewhere, so we
Can
could
we
just
ask
walk
them?
up to them, right?
Yeah, near the fire, there's what looks like a lieutenant and a couple of corporals who are just sort of
Right,
huddled
so-
around it to keep warm.
Walk up to them with the map. It's like, so obviously, you know, we've been sent here. Otherwise, you would have started shooting. So we need instructions on how to get to HQ. We're apparently right here. Is that right?
Yes, you're here near the southern bridge. Do you mean the old Communist Party headquarters or command?
Command, I guess.
Yes, they're based in the old tractor factory.
All right. The old tractor factory. That is.
That is number 25.
Oh, what? I have old tractor factory versus
Oh,
tractor
sorry.
factory.
No, hang on. It's tank factory is 25.
Okay.
Tractor,
17.
tank, same thing. Yes, number 17.
Oh, it's the furthest thing out.
Okay.
It's like practically all the way in Siberia.
Oh,
So yeah, he circles that on the map for you.
Yeah, true historical fact. You know, the first tanks actually in World War I were armored tractors.
So how safe
you
is the metro line going here? I'll ask him.
He laughs so hard he has a coughing fit. If you don't have if you don't have to go into the metro, don't.
Have you played Half-Life? Do not go in the
The
metro.
tunnel fighting is vicious.
Nobody goes
down
through
there.
Ravenholm.
There's,
okay.
there's
It looks
the
like
Axis.
we're going to have to cross this bridge. That also doesn't seem very safe.
I spied mines under the bridge.
Those are ours to stop the Axis or the Allies bringing in any shipping through there. I mean, the bridge is intact and nobody wants to blow it up because it's one of only two ways to really get things from one side of the city to the other. So provided you're not noticed, you should be okay. You could take one of the maintenance gantries. Yeah, it's a little exposed, but a little less obvious. Or you could hustle from cover to cover, or you could pop some smoke or something.
What would you do?
The curious thing to
Stay
me,
here. Keep guard.
What about the old fishing village?
What about it?
Is it possible to go across the bridge and then use the old fishing village to move into the city with?
What about using bridge number 9 up there?
it's not.
What about the
Well-
ship we came in on?
If you can convince the captain, he might be willing to take you around. But if you take any sizable boat or ship anywhere close to shore on the eastern side of the city, you're very likely to get shot.
The numbers on the map, comrades, I do believe we're actually looking at the central station. So when we cross the bridge, we will have an opportunity to explore the metro and assess not explore, but assess the value of exploring it. As we cross the bridge, there will be the central station there. I believe the fishing village, comrade, is all the way down south.
Yeah, I misread the numbers on there. I thought it was a 15. It's a 19.
Super blown out.
Yeah.
I can make. Yeah, it's so hard to make a difference between a 6, a 5, an 8, a 2. I have to have it like really big on a big screen.
That's mock Cyrillic for you.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
So I mean,
I believe the Zevergrad.
you could maybe try to find an intact rowboat or something, and perhaps you could use that. But on the water, you're so exposed.
Yeah.
I'd
No,
stay on the street.
we're best crossing the. We just need to take a look at the bridge, see what we see. So we should scout the bridge before we cross it and figure out if we're going to use the gantry or, move cover to cover. It's better. I'd like to not pop any smoke, it's because that could bring people from even further away. But so we're going to have to just assess it when we get there, I think.
Should we wait till daybreak?
Absolutely not. We should still try to do it on the cover of night.
I could perhaps help with that.
Light is better for assessment, you see, sir.
All right, I think we should just might as well get going before it starts getting towards light. What time is it?
Probably wanted to bring you in at kind of the darkest part of the night, so 2 a.m.-ish, perhaps.
Don't have many hours before
we would have to
sunrise.
go now or wait until dusk again.
Next day, yeah.
Let's
press on, comrades.
Yeah, I prefer doing it at night. Any arguments with that?
No, not at all.
From me.
Let's go. We're soldiers.
Okay.
Is it possible to, as we're leaving, I'd like to ask one of the soldiers if there's a safer option of the two, to cross the bridge or to use the gantry. Like how do they get to command when they have to go?
Well, we draw lots and someone runs as fast as they can. That's how we do it.
What are the dangers to watch out for besides snipers?
Well, the main problems above ground are enemy soldiers. Generally, everyone moves in small patrols, maybe 5 to 10 men, short-range weapons for the most part. Whatever high ground remains, snipers kind of cycle through, so you've got to watch for them. Mostly there aren't any vehicles worth a damn left, and what there is being kept back in defense, so you don't really have to worry about anything heavy. Sometimes the metro will disgorge some of the Axis Untertoten, and there's rats, of course. The rats are pretty bold.
Lieutenant, I assume you're going to want me to go first.
Well, the first thing we're going to want to do, and keep in mind, I'm more of a scientist than a commander. This just happens to be a rank I've been given, so I'm going to rely on you for some idea of what we should be doing here. But I will try to make final decisions, etc., as is my duty. But I do want your input. But I really think we should be scouting the bridge as our first.
You'll be wanting me to do that.
I will take
comrade.
I'll take the binocular duty while with some experience that I have as a sergeant or whatever I am. I would specialist. I would definitely recommend, sir, to send the SSU FAR Spec Ops and Private Paloma and Private Ramon to scout the bridge, boots on the ground, while I keep line of sight clear.
All right, so we get in visual range, and then we'll send out somebody to scout.
Okay, so the bridge. Sorry, what do you want to say?
I was going to say, you may just want to send me alone. I've got a shotgun, so I'm a short range. Paloma has the light machine gun. You probably want her to cover.
Cover your six, indeed.
Right.
Okay. So moving close to the bridge and getting a look at it. It's pretty intact. It's been knocked by a couple of shells or grenades or something here and there. So the maintenance gantries either side look a bit rickety. There's a few missing panels, but they hang down from the main level of the bridge. The bridge is a kind of brutal lump of concrete with big angular arches, and down below you can see the mines bobbing in the water. Some of them deliberately there visibly, you think, so that people know there are mines there. And then there's probably other ones deeper down. On this side of the bridge, there's a couple of big heaps of sandbags and a few SSU soldiers stationed there. Looks like they've got light machine guns. You can't really see what's on the other side. What?
Before we cross the bridge, I'm going to take a look at what the material looks like and start gathering up stuff and attaching it for camouflage.
Okay.
Because that's one of my skills.
Yep. We will keep that in mind, should it come up. So yeah, across the bridge, there's several burnt-out vehicles, a couple of old cars, the wrecks of a couple of Axis walkers. So you'll have to sort of weave back and forth if you go across the bridge, but they do provide decent cover.
Are we close enough to speak to the guards?
If you want to move up ready to provide cover for Ramon, then yeah, you could probably speak to them.
How's it look today, guys?
Yeah, mostly quiet, but that's when they get you.
Quiet's when it's the worst.
Yeah, sometimes they stop shooting for a while, so you're lulled into a sense of security, and then pop.
Take care.
All right. So, what has been the most successful way to cross this bridge? What has been, I'm sure there's been quite a few people who've been sent across here. What's worked?
There's a kid who runs ammo and messages for us. He used to live in the city before all this. They seem to leave him alone. I don't know. Maybe he's a lucky charm to everyone. I don't know. So he crosses okay. Getting a bit of echo now. Not sure who from. Testes. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's you.
It's me?
No, it's Jerry and Richard.
Jerry and Richard.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that any better?
La 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 la. Still a bit of echo, but not quite as bad.
All right. We'll just try to stay muted for longer periods and see if that helps.
Okay, see if it helps. Yeah. So yeah, there's a kid that runs stuff back and forth. Otherwise, we try and change it up. The last group that came through went across the bridge cover to cover. So you might want to try either the left or right hand side gantry. The right hand side's usually safer, but they know that. So
I can cross first with the Soviet girl with the sniper rifle covering me. Make sure I don't get taken down.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
and then if you can search for snipers, and so that so that you can be aware of what's on the other side. If you make it across safely, then you can ensure our safety as a larger group.
Done deal.
okay, right. So if Ramon first wants to make a camouflage roll, mind plus camouflage.
It's sorry, I was looking at the wrong character sheet. I'm not the smartest guy. Wow. Okay, so day glow paint, bright orange is really good camouflage.
Okay. Now make a mobility plus stealth roll with 1 bonus dice.
Mobility plus stealth. Okay, it's the same thing with 1 bonus dice.
You disguised yourself as a pink elephant in the hopes that anyone who saw you would think they were drunk.
Nobody's going to shoot at me looking like this.
It's not real.
Oh, okay. So basically, I walked across the bridge singing the Cuba Libre national anthem and yelling
you didn't
and
get any successes.
shooting off my shotgun. We can't get any
Look
worse.
at me! Hey!
This guy was really confident for
Yes.
like. Are we sure he is who he says he was? 'Cause
It's really an imposter.
They
He said
recommended
he was
him.
good at stealth.
What happened? An alien actually invaded Private Ramon's body before the mission started, and the alien is actually not used to human conventions. So. I don't know.
1 sec.
like I'm used to seeing in
He's finding
radio
the critical
waves.
fumble table.
This is like the time when I got almost eaten out of the ass by the wolf in the other game. And I'm not kidding. It ate me ass first.
Okay.
That is why he's a private. That's why he did
Yes, that's why I'm the private. Yes.
Where are you crossing? Are you crossing the bridge itself or one of the gantries?
I figured we were going to cross the bridge, and knowing me, I probably went for the left side, knowing that the right side is safer because I'm daring and apparently very, very stupid.
You mean
Okay, see-
Wave.
Yes.
He was like, challenge accepted.
You all stand back. Cuba show you how to do it.
All right, so you go climbing across the gantry, sort of checking it out. It mostly seems to be intact. You wouldn't want to put too much weight on any of these panels at once.
I thought I wasn't going by the I thought I was going by the left side of the bridge.
The left side gantry.
Oh,
Yeah,
was it? Okay.
So that's what I thought you meant. Or did
Okay.
you just mean the bridge?
I meant the bridge.
Okay, fine.
Sorry.
You head across the bridge, moving from cover to cover. You know.
Apparently not.
Well, you're not
Thinking
that
you're
stupid. You're just not very good at this.
You're
They
trying. to
said
go
that was
from cover to
best
cover.
back home. It's easy to hide at tobacco fields.
My mother said I was good at stealth.
Yeah.
Behind windows.
Look, you're going cover to cover. You're just stepping on every branch and kicking every can you can. You're just clumsy. You're not stupid.
I kept playing that game. Oh, no one can see you, Ramon. No one can see you.
He's actually going across the bridge like this.
Yes. Jesus. Okay.
Nobody can see me.
You have another character ready?
Right, you're about halfway across when a shot rings out and ricochets off a broken down old wreck of a car in front of you, barely a foot ahead
I'd
of
like to
you.
immediately trace
Cherry, you
that.
better pick that bastard off.
I'm on it.
Okay.
I'm tracing that motherfucker.
So that was their plan the
Mate.
entire time, to get them to expose the sniper location.
That's right.
That was my
Okay.
whole plan was to expose the snipers.
Can we have a mind awareness check, please?
With extra binoculars?
Yeah, with +1 for the binoculars.
Since I got them. Yeah, cool. So 2 mind, 1 awareness, 1 binoculars. It's too dark.
Okay, no
I
success.
have a 2 1s, a 2 and a 4. So
This game is hard.
Yeah.
yeah.
You can't see him. He's out there somewhere, but you can't see him.
Come
Or you're
on,
just rolling.
make
down.
more noise. We need another shot. I almost have it triangulated.
Oh, okay. Attach
you yell back
cans
and
to my
forth.
feet while I run.
Hey, Axis Gringo, you can't shoot for shit.
Look at me. Look at me. Ignore the sniper. Look at me.
Right, another shot rings out, and as you sort of stand up and move to the next bit of cover,
This time,
Can I trace
I'll
it?
be looking to see if we can help her. 'Cause,
I'd like to trace
yes,
again.
yes. Anyone else who wants to try and spot can also make an awareness check.
All right, yeah.
So it's mind
Wait,
plus
I'm gonna pick
awareness.
one metal dice. There you go.
That's 4 dice for me.
No idea.
So how's awareness done? It's
Mind
So
plus awareness.
mind
So
plus awareness.
I got
2 plus 3
3
for you.
Two
successes.
successes. Yeah.
I got 3 successes as well. I got a 5
Binoculars,
to 6.
Claire.
He's right there. Can't you
Our
see
dice
him?
hate us.
yeah.
Can't you
our
see
dice
him?
are shit. There's 0 successes for both of us.
Okay. Anyone who got 2 or more successes, with the second shot, you see a muted muzzle flash from across the other side of the bay, river, whatever you want to call it. There's some burnt out trees, and it looks like someone is kind of leant precariously up against one of the thicker branches of the tree, and is using that as an angle to get a shot on the bridge.
All right, yeah.
You guys got a bait on him? Where? Point.
like
I'll shoot.
pointing with my finger. There, comrade.
Assuming
And
we're
I
all still in
attempt
the
to
group.
shoot him with my laser pistol.
Your laser pistol
Oh.
does not have the range, but you could
Does
at least
anyone-
point in the right
Yeah,
direction.
but it will point it out to everyone else where he is.
Yeah.
If only I was a
Thank
part
you.
of the NKVD.
It might send them back into cover
That
too.
psychoenergetics division, because then I could like teleport behind the sniper and then stab him in my body.
Will
So,
they still
I'm
make
hearing
it
from Piotr.
if I'm not actually going to be able to hit him? Or?
Just to make a roll and get at least one success to use the laser to point in the right area.
Okay,
Okay,
so it's,
yeah.
it's basically
So,
a painful laser pointer.
Yeah, at this range.
Will Piotr
It's
use his
movement
words?
plus attack, isn't it?
It'll be mobility plus
Mobility.
attack firearms.
Okay.
Will Piotr use his words to tell us where it is? Tell me where it is, at least a general
so.
location, or just the laser.
Can we not expose the? We don't want him to run away, do we?
I got no successes. He's over there.
Laser in his direction. He's going to run away from that point.
So the moment he pointed a laser, you grabbed it, and that's why he didn't have
It's
any
like,
success.
let's not make him run from that point. Yang Mei, I don't see you most of the time. You think you can sneak over? You keep like shifting out of my vision somehow. You seem like you're stealthy enough that you could slip up behind this sniper while Lopez is running around in circles on the bridge as a target.
Where's the sniper? Is
He
it
pointed
about
the
30?
laser.
We,
and a
we pointed
cat
him out.
jumped
At
out
least
of it.
I had
Can
3
someone tell
successes. I'll
me
point him out.
where the sniper
Yeah.
is, please?
I mean, you've got a light machine gun that might actually reach.
Let's see.
Yang-
here.
No, I have an actual sniper rifle, you guys.
Yeah, no, I
I
mean,
just need to know where.
To the
Paloma has a machine gun
site
now.
where the
Yeah.
light came from.
So do I think that's a shot I can make?
it'll be a difficult shot, but you can try it.
All right. So let's see here.
Okay,
That
so
would
that's
be-
you can either use mobility or physique plus heavy weapons.
oh, definitely
Okay,
mobility.
if all of you are about to start shooting at this guy, let's do it all at the same time. She has this big sniper rifle on her back. Let's have her shoot. Do we have the exact location?
Yeah, but she doesn't know where he is.
Nobody's told
Yeah.
me where it is.
Yeah.
Once
Okay.
these rounds have fired in the right direction, then you can follow up from that.
right.
Do you want to? If you want to make it a sustained fire, right? That would use both your shooting actions, but it means you get to re-roll every dice that fails.
Oh, so that means if I want to do that, I can re-roll my failure dice?
Yeah.
All right, I'll definitely want to do that then. So I get
Right.
6 dice because I have mobility of 3 and a heavy attack of 3.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right.
All right, be ready to fire when he does.
I got 3 successes and 2 ones, so I can re-roll the ones.
You can re-roll anything that failed. You can re-roll.
Oh, so I can re-roll the other one, so that's a 4.
Yeah.
All right, nice. Okay, and that's 1 more success. So
Okay,
4 in
so that's
total.
4. Is that right? 4 successes.
That's a lot of successes. You may not need to.
do it at some point.
All right. I'd like to pay attention to where he's firing, and then see here if there's yelps of death or someone running away.
Blood
or-
splatters.
right.
Limbs
What's the
flying
first damage number for the machine gun?
Oh, what do I got to roll?
No, just tell me what's the first
3.
damage number.
Oh,
3 is
Oh
it?
no, it's 2.
Okay, 2, and you got
Yes,
4 successes. So you needed 2 to hit him, so that gives you 2 over. So that takes the damage to 4. His armor drops 1 of those to non-lethal, so he takes 3 lethal damage and 1 non-lethal damage, and gets an armor save, which fails. And his capacity is only 3, so you take him out.
I got him, comrades.
You take off 1 of the ammo from that gun. That's the first number's the ammo. The next, the 3 is for the magazines.
Okay, those circles at the end, those are the ammo.
That's the magazines, and then the ammo should be earlier
I
in the
see.
stat block.
I see. So
Okay.
Looks like we got competent fighters. Great. See if these guys have any additional ammo for you, so just in case.
So Paloma pops up with her DPM, rests it on the sandbags, zeroes in on the sniper, and opens up. So yeah, this is dagger, 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 and you walk the shots up the tree, blowing apart several of the blackened branches, and walk them across the sniper, who plummets out of it and lands with a splat on the ground.
do you see him now?
There he is.
Found him, you guys.
You loosened him for me.
And Lopez is out there tap dancing across the.
I'm banging cymbals and shit.
Now might be an opportune moment to get across.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, let's just all run for it, maybe.
Let's run.
I'm gonna tap. That was Paloma that used up some ammo, right?
But he was a sniper, therefore I should be picking up his ammo.
What?
He was a sniper, so Paloma's
Oh
not
no,
going to be able to
that's
use...
on the other side. But I'm talking about we're in a machine gun bunker right now.
Yeah, machine gun nest. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Do they have any additional ammo?
Yes, they do. You want to steal? You want to steal a magazine?
It's like we just did your job for you. Okay, so we need some additional ammo because we're going deep into
requisition. Indeed.
I
will file the paperwork.
Like thanks.
Okay, make a. What do we need?
Lieutenant, you should requisition.
Presence plus interaction roll with an extra dice.
All right. Presence and an interaction.
3
so
and
that's
3.
3 and 3.
Do we have exactly 6?
Yes, we do.
So.
All right, come on.
2 successes. 3 successes.
3 successes.
Okay. We did your job for you. I'm requisitioning that ammo. He just salutes. you make off with another magazine for the DPM.
Sweet.
Okay, can everyone make physique plus athletics rolls to dash across the dangerous bridge without incident? You only need one.
How many circles does Paloma get, though? Just so Zero can mark it on his sheet? Is that, or are you gonna keep up with it?
You can keep up with your own individual ammo, but so
it went from a 5 to a 4.
Yeah, 5 to a 4, and then those 3 dots next to it would normally be like magazines, which replenish the ammo score. So you've got an extra one of those.
Okay. Oh, so that was for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently Ramon was a marathon runner.
We're doing physique and what?
Okay.
Physique plus athletics.
Oh Lord, I am an academic. Oh boy. No successes.
Physique plus.
Your shoes were untied, I guess.
I don't guess a 6 means like an extra roll or anything, does it?
No.
No successes.
We're both too academic for this.
So you two, when running across, you're sort of tripping and scrabbling and cutting your hands on fragments of broken metal on the bridge. So both take 1 level of damage from your capacity. Non-lethal damage.
Question.
Joe.
I have medical records that allows me to heal. So is that
But someone still needs to treat you.
Would that be like, should I save that for lethal damage or?
Yeah, I mean, So you've got armor as well. I think so you have 2 dice of armor, so you can roll that to try and prevent the damage. And Richard, I think Zhu has 1 level of armor.
Joe Grognard, Ramon is not a swimmer because any Cuban who could swim is over in America.
Oh, sweet. 1 success.
I have lightweight flak on me.
Wait, I rolled 2, or do I roll anything? Do I use it? What do I do?
You would roll 2 dice for your armor if your armor rating is 2, and if you got a success, that prevents the damage.
So I only take 1 damage or no damage?
You take no damage.
I also was successful.
Nice.
Okay, so fortunately, your armored clothing and so on stops the issue. Can we try and get rid of that echo again? I mean, you did just mute, so I can't really tell, but
yeah, it's muting and unmuting through the system seems to fix it.
Yeah. Okay. It's still there a little bit, but it's copable with.
Oh, I'll just keep muting and unmuting frequently.
Okay, you reached the other side of the bridge.
Yay.
Everyone have an action point.
Oh, nice.
Action points let you kind of bend the rules of the game in little ways. It's on the cheat sheet, but I will run through it for the benefit of the viewers. Right. You get action points for like little victories, good role play, doing something heroic, that sort of thing. You should get between 3 and 5 per session. When you spend them, you can spend them to give you extra dice on a skill that you're rolling. You can spend them 1 for 1 to reduce damage. You can also spend them to take some sort of narrative control, like get a clue or a useful object nearby, or someone you meet is someone you know from your past, that sort of thing. If you're a gizmoteer, you can spend action points for gizmo points. So you could give extra uses to your equipment, or you could come up with some kind of useful gadget on the fly, that sort of thing. Right. So once you're across the bridge and into cover, you are in the region of the central station, I think. Yeah, number 18 is the central station. Yeah, that's across the other side of the bridge. So yeah, once you've hustled across the bridge and made your way through a bunch of shelled out buildings north of what once was the Memorial Park, you arrive in the general area of the central station. Looks like the fighting around here has been extra tough. There's barely a surface that hasn't been riddled with bullet holes. There's a bunch of wrecked vehicles and walkers around here, and a few bodies of people you think were already dead and clearly experimented on by the Axis. Everyone seems to be dug in hard around here. So there's lots of sandbags, various barricades and bits of improvised cover. Small shallow trenches have been dug. It's a mess. The only part of the station that's really still visible above ground is the signpost for it, which is leaning crazily to one side. Has central written across it in Cyrillic and a big red star on top.
So this is basically enemy territory until we kind of get to like, so it's basically kind of like spotty where friendly forces have control and where enemy forces have control. And so
yeah, it's in constant flux.
Enemy territory for a while then.
Yeah.
I don't suppose any of us have radios that we can contact HQ with. I mean, I do, but I don't know if anyone else does.
I have a radio. So does Paloma.
Yeah, I have a radio.
Do you want to use the radio?
Sure, why not? I mean, Were there instructions not to?
No, there were no instructions not to.
Do we have a frequency?
You have a bunch of common frequencies, and you have code books.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good.
so I guess on the code book, is there like a protocol for like this certain day or whatever that I know this is a secure line that could be trusted?
Yeah, you've got a frequency and a code word for today, and then there are various code phrases that you can use over the radio to get basic questions and so on answered back and forth.
Okay, so before we do this, should we have a question in mind, or what we're going to say exactly?
Probably just need to know the safest route.
Oh, that's when we start the radio up and then we hand it over to the lieutenant. There you go.
Yeah, we definitely do not want any enemy knowing about us at all.
Yeah.
So it's like, do we, if I can trust it, if I know the book, I know the frequency, I trust it, I'll do it.
So from what you described,
Oops, sorry.
there are our allies, not the allies, our allies, they're dug in at the central station. So
yeah,
it's not like it's a completely dead zone where the enemy doesn't know that we're there. You know what I mean? Like, in other words, like using the radio here wouldn't be any different. I mean, it would be better than using it somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, the Axis knows that there are SSU troops in this area. The Axis controls like the northern part of the station plaza, and the SSU controls the southern part. So yeah, you can make out the odd soldier here and there carefully creeping through the darkness and peering ahead, trying to get a bead.
Yeah. All right. So using the radio
we need to find,
isn't super dangerous. It could be dangerous, but isn't.
We just need to know areas to avoid. Probably so in other words, so we don't give up our route in because we can't really talk about our route across the radio. But it would be good to know the areas to avoid here that are the most dangerous. So I guess that would be about the only thing we could ask. Has anybody else got any good questions for us to ask that wouldn't reveal our location?
If we think the enemy's listening, then we could just feed them a load of bullshit information.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hide your code phrases in the middle of it.
Like we could say troop movements of the SSU, like next to their position, or like something like that.
As far away from where you are as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
Would that be something we would
That
normally
fishing
do?
village.
I'm wondering if that's like way out, or are we just like way outside protocol if we do something
that sounds fine to me.
Okay.
Who's gonna
gonna
operate the radio?
I'll get the code book out. I'll look it up.
Someone who speaks
cross-reference it with the wind.
Someone who speaks German.
Well, no, if you speak German, they're probably going to catch on.
Okay, fine.
And then I'll frequency it up.
Okay. Can you make a? Let's see.
I see that Yang Mei has +1 radio and /repair. So depending on how Paloma does.
Oh, okay.
It'll be mind plus radio with a bonus die for all the special equipment and so on you've got. So whoever's got the highest mind plus radio should probably do it.
Unless there's a way to assist.
My mind is a 1, but I have radio 1 and +1 to radio. So
3 dice.
Yep.
Is that the highest? Probably.
Well, yeah, that would be, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, none of you are specialist radio operators. So.
No.
2.
Shit. That's 1, 2, and 3.
It's just radio, but no radio +1.
So what did you get?
I got a 1, 2, and 3.
So no successes.
Yeah.
Well, am I reading this right? Where it says radio kit +1 radio /repair, would that count to +1 radio?
Yeah.
Or just
that would be the +1 to use the radio or repair it.
So in that case, if it's mind and radio, then Paloma is also 3. So we could give that a try.
So yeah, they could work together, right?
Yeah.
Can you do that sort of thing in this game system? Because sometimes like you can like help each other.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't remember reading a rule on assisting. Let me just see if it's in the index.
I'm imagining crossing this setting over with Hot War.
Okay, so there isn't, but tell you what, if Paloma wants to roll Mind plus Radio as well, any successes will give Yang bonus dice.
All right. Let me see that Yang. One
Okay.
success.
Okay, so now Yang gets an extra dice, so another chance at a success.
Okay. So I roll 4 dice instead of
One die, just
Okay.
one die.
Just one more. A 6.
Nice.
Okay, one
Good
success.
job.
Joe says, I like how it really sounds like they're on a radio with all the echoes. Nice touch. Yeah.
True.
Yes, deliberate. Okay, you don't know whether you convinced the Germans of big troop movements or anything, but you did manage to get through to HQ, and you were asking for the best route, right? They say to go via the Great Hotel, the GUM, Victory Plaza, the Tank Factory, and then to the Tractor Factory.
I relay all this information to my group. Or actually, I should relay this to the lieutenant.
Can you repeat that so I can write it down?
Could you repeat that?
Okay. From Central Station, proceed to the Great Hotel of the Red Flag. Yeah. From there to the GUM.
That means a general market. It's like the Russian mall, the GUM. It's a big deal.
From there to Victory Plaza.
I wonder what that was named after, because we're still at war.
Probably the Revolution. From Victory Plaza to the Tank Factory, and then from the Tank Factory to the Tractor Factory.
See, you can even hear the period sounds of a typewriter.
A combat typewriter.
So our next stop is 11 on the map.
Yes, I think so. That's the Great Hotel, isn't it?
Yep.
We're hitting all the tourist spots.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so when you're ready to go.
Yep.
All right. So you head off, scrambling over and around and through the rubble. Yeah, everyone seems kind of dug in for the night because visibility is shit. There's a lot of smoke, cement dust in the air. You know, you can't really see very far. So this is probably the safest time to travel. When you get to the Great Hotel, it's largely gutted. Its outer walls have been destroyed. And through the holes in what's left of the outer walls, you can see the remains of what were once, very modern, very high-tech, high fashion sort of rooms inside. It looks like some refugees and so on have set up shop here. There's a few fires where they're keeping warm. You can't see them directly, but you can see the light flickering in the holes and gashes in the building. Who's in front?
Well, I've got the shoddy, so I'm probably up front.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a shot, so I'll be.
So you two in front. Okay, can you both make mind plus awareness rolls, please?
Oh dear. Not my strongest suit. Grim, how could you build a commando that is this dumb?
You're just rolling bad, right?
I got
As long
one
as you've got-
success.
Okay.
There we go. Hey, you got 2 successes.
Okay. So Piotr doesn't notice, but Ramon does. So as you're sort of moving ahead of the group, scouting, clearing the path, from a heap of junk close by, looks like a bunch of old tables and chairs, probably dragged out of the hotel. You hear rattling and movement in amongst those.
I'll nudge Corporal Piotr and point over at that stack of stuff.
I'm gonna sort of keep my shotgun pointed towards it and walk forwards and see if I can see what made the noise.
Okay, you edge forward towards the tables and chairs. There's another rattle, another bit of movement. One of the chairs sort of slides slightly, and the legs clank against another chair. And then a big, fat, grey cat comes out of the pile.
I'm gonna feed it some of my rations.
Okay, gain an action point for being nice to animals. As you crouch down and start, feeding him a little bit of tinned meat from out of your rations, you notice that he's got a crude rope collar, and there's something hanging from it.
Oh, what's hanging from it?
Better not be a grenade.
It's
Yeah,
a
what the
medal.
fuck, Grim? Oh.
It's a medal.
Huh.
That's a Soviet medal.
Oh, this cat's a hero.
Mm-hmm. And on the rope around his neck, someone has written in coloured pencil, Pushkin.
Pushkin.
So that is our poet, like national hero. Every kid was learned his poems growing up. It's a thing. So he's a literary cat.
He's literally a cat.
Lieutenant, we found a survivor.
The cat seems well fed, then, or is it?
Yeah, he seems well fed. He's missing patches of fur here and there, and his ears are more bite than ear. But
Joe,
So
I
might be a
almost did
stray.
shoot.
Might need to come with us. I'm going to gesture to the cat to come with us and see if it will follow.
it's a cat, so probably not.
Nah.
Well, we've got food.
True, you do have food. So as you're trying to encourage the cat, a ragged man in an assortment of cast-off clothing that doesn't really go together, with rope for a belt, appears out of the darkness behind the tables and chairs. A civilian, you think. He looks almost skeletally thin.
Okay,
I'm gonna-
shotgun's pointed at him for sure.
So what did you say, Simon?
So I'm going to point my shotgun at him.
Okay, he
So
stops
we
and
both said we're going to.
he stops and puts up his hands. Don't shoot, comrades.
Who are
Does his
you and
uniform
what are you
check
doing?
out?
What?
Does his uniform check out?
It's not a uniform. It's a mixture of civilian clothes, maybe an army shirt underneath.
Why aren't you involved in the fight, comrade?
Well, was a vital worker and still occasionally get called to do things. But did you see a big, fat, juicy cat come through here?
I saw a cat come through here.
Pushkin?
He looks around. The cat is currently rubbing up against the back of Pyotr's legs. Ah, there. Can you hold it still?
What do you plan on doing with it?
Eating it.
You will
You
not
are
eat a
not
national
eating
food.
this. This is a war hero. It has a medal. Have some Have some of my rations.
I was about to toss him one, but okay.
Well, if you want to share your rations, I've already given some of mine to the cat.
So yeah, if Ramon wants to give him from his rations. Okay, yeah, actual food, not cat. Yeah,
Eating
take
his rations.
yeah, he tears into the ration pack like he hasn't eaten in weeks, which is probably true.
If you join the fight, you're fed by the army.
Well, they don't have that much respect or use for civilian engineers, so I just take food where I can.
You can hold a gun?
Flat feet.
Sounds like a coward.
He bristles a bit at that, but you did give him food, so.
I'm going to pick the cat up and bring it with us so that he doesn't eat it.
He's quite heavy, this cat, and when you pick him up, he purrs, but he also obligingly pisses all over the front of your uniform.
Well, I belong to him now.
This is mine, and this is mine. But yeah, other than that, he's quite happy to be picked up. He clearly was someone's pet at some point.
Will he sit in my backpack?
Yes.
Then he can sit in my backpack.
Right.
And
The
pick
civilian.
all over stuff.
The civilian, fed up with being insulted and happy he's gotten food from you, backs away into the darkness, leaving you free to move on.
Shall we continue?
Gotta watch out for civvies. They will expose our position.
And he
We have to
Kill him.
I hope he didn't have vital
It wasn't that
Dying
bad.
breed, I have already added cats to my gear.
Cherry and Richard, can you try leaving and coming back? Because the echo's even worse now.
After I've had it just muted all the time, there's one thing we could do to try to fix it, and that is sign out and then come back in. So let us try that.
Yeah,
we'll give it a try. See if that works.
I hope you added the cat as Comrade Pushkin.
Got him down as Pushkin the cat.
Close enough.
Is he not a comrade?
Well, he is now. I'll change it.
He's Mograde.
Do action points allow re-rolls of things then? How do they work?
You can use them to add dice to a roll, and you can do that at any point. So after you've rolled, before you've rolled, that sort of thing. You can use them to take narrative control to small amounts. You can use them to reduce damage on a 1-for-1 basis.
Okay, so if someone shoots the cat, I could make them shoot something else like me.
Yes.
Instead.
Yeah.
Okay. The cat is definitely going to survive this.
Do cats add much to encumbrance? Well, see, cats can control their mass. So whether they add a lot of encumbrance or a small amount of encumbrance depends how they feel at the time.
I don't have a cat, so I'll just believe whatever you say.
It's like they can change size as well. So
Well, I know they can fit through like small gaps like that.
yeah,
Yeah, the normal laws of physics don't apply to cats.
yeah, they're a non-Newtonian liquid.
Yeah, that's true.
Give Cherry and Richard a minute to come back.
Yeah, you should look at what it says on there about the narrative control. Like you'd have a useful object or an old ally show up, or have the enemy fall in love with you for 2 points.
Whenever someone gets an action point, do we all get one, or is it just that person?
No, only the people I call out. You all got one for crossing the bridge, but it'll be Ramon and Pyotr get one for rescuing Pushkin.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, we normally take a short break at about the 2-hour mark. If Cherry and Richard are still not back in, did you want to maybe take a 10-minute break? And
But they seem to be coming back in now. I can see them in the background. But
okay,
so we'll at the 2-hour mark. But unless you need a break now.
no, I was just thinking it would give them longer to sort out whatever they're sorting out.
Yeah. Let's see whether we can fix it.
If not, we did save Pushkin, so
Hey, mission
Yeah,
accomplished.
Since we didn't actually have a mission for the game, maybe that was our mission. We're going to get to command, and they're going to tell us about this cat that's a war hero.
Saving
Oh,
Private
this-
Pushkin.
Do I recognize the medal on Pushkin? Is it something that would be awarded to animals, or is it something that somebody's put on?
No, it's an Order of Lenin.
Oh shit.
Or do you need to pull them in from the backstage?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're ready.
Yes.
You guys ready? I've brought you in anyway.
We don't have the right.
Oh wait. Do we have any sound coming through? Probably not.
We can hear
We can hear you.
yeah, we can hear.
Okay, we do have sound. All
Well,
right.
it's coming through the tiny mic, so maybe we should leave it.
Yeah, it's probably fine as long as it's not. We log completely out of the system. So I think the fact that we're both administrators is why it keeps echoing.
Yep.
That's the only. That's the only thing that makes any sense.
Yep. For
Okay.
it to be so consistent and weird.
So yeah.
Consistent and
So we
inconsistent.
switch computers, logged out. Should be fine now.
Switch
Yeah,
cameras.
sounds
good.
switch-
Logged in, danced 3 times Widdershins around the router. All right. So, time to move on, or do you want to spend any more time at the hotel?
I mean, what time of it? What time of day is it? Because if we wait until night, we could probably sneak through them.
Well, it is night, so
okay, I
you
didn't know
want
if it was
you,
day now.
yeah. So you need to keep moving really if you want to get to the tractor factory as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Hustle, comrades.
What was that?
Hustle, comrades. Hustle.
Yeah, never threaten a cat. Okay. Right, so you hustle as quickly as you can. There's a lot more alleyways and runs now, and a lot more sort of channels where people have dug trenches, where the concrete and asphalt's been broken up. So you're moving a lot quicker. So yeah, it's going a lot better for you. Soon the GUM comes into view. Like the hotel, this has been wrecked pretty badly. There are walls here and there still standing, and it looks like the building, which is basically like a huge department store, really. Went down several layers underground. Maybe the metro station's even built into it underground. I'm not sure. But there are wonderful murals in the sort of Soviet realist style, and many of those seem to still survive. There is something incongruous, however. There is an SSU corporal's body hanging from old power lines close by.
That's not good.
There's
Was it fresh?
Like a marionette?
you've no idea how he ended up there, but he's just tangled up in the power lines. You don't think he was like had them looped around him and hung that way. It's just that his body seems to be hanging on the wires.
Yeah,
Do we think those power lines are live?
Sorry, what was that, Richard?
He doesn't seem particularly alive, right?
No. And to answer Simon's question, yeah, he's neither alive nor live.
Does he appear to have any stuff on him?
There's a messenger bag, leather messenger bag strung across his shoulder.
What's in the messenger
Could
bag?
could be worth redistributing his stuff if we can get him.
Yeah, you can't see what's in the bag. It's still buckled shut.
What is he? How hard is it to get to him?
Oh, the cables are bowed down. If you stood on someone else's shoulders, you could probably reach to try and disentangle the body. Of course, you're going to be a bit exposed while you do that.
Somebody give me a boost. I'm going to see if I can pull him down.
He sure
About to suggest the same thing.
He may have been, going up there to try to take a sniper position or something,
Maybe a trap.
and got shot. And yeah, it could also be some sort of
It's a trap.
trapped, or the people know that we'll want to get our comrade down, and so they may be waiting to shoot us as soon as we try to get him down.
Or they planted a bomb on him.
Is that as
Oh,
well?
we could have our sniper scope out and keep an eye on everything while we get him.
I am not in favor of this decision.
Well, I'm willing to take the risk.
Well, you
Rescuing
are
soldiers
only
is not our mission. Bringing back corpses is not our mission. I think we need to continue on the mission. There's only 2 hours left of nighttime. That is my opinion, sir.
Supplies are
Well,
limited, and this soldier has a bag on him.
Could we just use rope or something just to fish the bag down?
Do we have any rope?
Yeah. I don't think you have any rope, but there's probably some cable or something laying around that you could use.
You're gonna try and lasso it down.
Yeah, maybe just pull the bag down so we don't
Yeah, well, if we can find a big
make a
stick,
mess.
poke him until he falls off, or decomposes. How long has he been there? Is he like rotting?
He's getting right.
It's a bit hard to tell in the dark, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of meat left on him.
Okay, so if we find something to poke him with, he'll fall apart and fall through the wires.
Our Echo is back. Damn it!
Why? And why now? Why? Why now?
What did you do?
We can't have
Nothing.
nice
I went
things.
to your doc. I was looking at my character sheet.
Hit mute on us. Make sure it is actually, because if it's us, then we just can't use that.
Okay, I wonder if it's me. So
I don't
let me mute
think
myself.
it's you.
I don't think it's you.
No, don't think it's you.
Okay.
And now is it echoing again?
No.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. No, it's gone again.
Gone.
Magic.
So you say it's just when you have your character sheet up?
I went over to Google Docs, another tab. Do that again.
And-
See what happens.
And that screwed it up.
Yeah.
No, it seems okay now. All right. Press on. So, how are you going to try and get the body down? Then are you going to lasso it, poke it with a stick, throw rocks at it?
I'll just go climb the pole and go get him.
Okay.
I mean, seriously, it's like
Is it really that important? Do we need to?
It might.
Are we that?
It might be.
rations?
It might be. You never know.
Corporal Pewter, he just used some of his rations to feed the guy and the cat. So
We
How large is
both
this
fed the guy and the
bag?
cat.
okay,
Yeah, I just fed the cat.
I highly doubt any rations have survived all this time. He looks quite dead.
Grim, what do I got to do? Athletics, physique.
Yeah, physique athletics to climb the pole
Okay.
and shimmy across. We'll make it one roll.
All right.
Yeah, how decomposed is he?
Can't see in the dark.
There's not a lot of flesh left on him, as far as you can tell.
Is a 4
Oh.
a success?
The 4 is not a success. You need a 5 or a 6.
I have 2 6s.
Okay. So yeah, you climb up the remaining power pole and, grabbing hold of the electrical cables, start to drag yourself across. And the goddamn echo's back.
I'm not on the character sheet.
Sometimes it's quiet, so it's okay. Other times it just comes in really loud. Right. Yeah. You shimmy across, hanging down from the cables, getting closer and closer to the body. The cable bounces up and down as you do. And one arm slips out of the cables and just hangs down at the side. Pushkin sticks his head up out of Pyotr's backpack and gives a long yowl, staring directly at the body.
boy.
Even the cat knows it's a bad idea.
Do you want to keep going? Or
Hell, if it's a Nazi zombie, then
Yang, she moves away.
I'll risk it.
He doesn't seem to be a zombie. He hasn't come back to life or anything. All right, you
No,
shimmy
I'll risk it.
the rest of the way closer to the body. And, yeah, you're close enough now. It looks like there's an empty pistol holster at his waist. The messenger bag. That seems to be about it. And
Nothing in the bag.
it's mostly skeletonized. It's mostly bone that you can see. The bag's closed, so you can't see what's in it.
All right, we'll snag in the bag and getting down.
Okay. You grab the bag and pull it loose from him. And as you do so, several rats swarm out from inside his uniform and jump onto you and start biting.
Ah,
Can you make another athletics roll, please?
I can sure try.
What sort of critters are biting him?
Rats.
Yes.
Big
And a
juicy
4 is not a
ones.
success, so I got a 5.
Yes, so one success.
Yes.
You lose your grip, but you manage to twist and land on your feet. And the rats tumble free of you when you hit the ground, so you're able to get away. But you have taken 1 point of lethal damage from rat bites.
Damn. Nasty.
Wow.
But you
knew I
have the
should
messenger
poked it
bag.
with a stick.
Well, I hope whatever's in it's worth it. Take
Well,
our
is it?
bring it back to the group and pull it open.
Okay. You unbuckle it and open it up. There's some old coded orders, about a week or two old. There's a big fragment of shrapnel that came in through the back of the bag. There's a couple of magazines for an SSU pistol. And some hard candies.
What kind?
Distribute the candies amongst everybody. Who do we have that has an SSU pistol?
I
It's
think
Paloma.
I have a T246 pistol, a concealed pistol, and some swords.
Nobody has an SSU pistol. I think.
well, so all of those will be SSU pistols, pretty much. So,
All right.
but they're for Lieutenant Ju's pistol.
Okay. Well, hand him the rounds. Hand the spy the orders, and
How many circles should we add to the ammo character sheet?
Two magazines. Do you want to try and decode the orders?
That's
Sergeant
intel.
Sergeant Yang?
You got the code
Yes,
book.
I will. I will.
I stand
Okay.
corrected. Perhaps there is some value in this parcel.
I rifle
You're welcome.
through my code book.
Can you make a... Let's see.
Let me help Yang.
Mind plus radio plus 1 for the code book.
Okay.
Let's see if you succeed first, and then we'll roll for help if necessary.
Can I add in the radio kit bonus?
No, but the code book gave you a bonus.
Okay.
Joe, cats don't eat candy.
Cats can't taste sweet.
That's one.
So they say, but our cats are obsessed with sweet fruits. So I don't know.
I got
So
one.
how many success? One success. Okay. So as you're moving on, because you've got little time to lose, you're trying to sort of quickly sort of scribble down the notes and figure out what the orders were. It seems to be a report about tremors near October Revolution Avenue.
So where were these
Underground tremors?
orders that seem to be coming back from somewhere, or going
Yeah.
out?
So scout reports from forward units reporting that there were these earth tremors in and around October Revolution Avenue.
How close are we to October Revolution Ave?
It's not on our
It's
until
one
we
of the
get to the
metro
hotel.
stations, I think.
It's near the Great Hotel of the Red Flag, so it will be sort of around. So it looks to be.
It's down on the tip of that.
It's number 2, so yeah, it's at the tip of the little triangle. It's southeast of number 11, which is our next stop, the Great Hotel of the Red
see it
Flag.
down
Go to
there.
number 1.
Yeah, it's right above number 1. You have to
It's number 2. Yeah, and you're currently at the GUM, which is
Number 11?
that's the Great Hotel.
Number
the
9.
one was 26. So
26
okay.
is the GUM. So yeah,
Oh,
you're not far away from there at all.
Yeah, just north of it, basically.
Oh, Sergeant Yang, when you have a moment, would you mind getting out the medical kit and patching these rat bites, please?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. And she goes into her bag and gets. Actually, does she have a medical kit?
No, that's me.
Oh, and you do it.
I'm going to pull out my stack of papers, find Lopez's medical records, and patch him up.
Okay, so that's
I just realized Ying Mei is a drunken master. She gets
I love
plus
that.
1 general bonus when drunk.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
I have a flask of plum wine, but I haven't used it yet.
We got to find some vodka for our comrade.
it'd be mind plus medicine or first aid plus 1 for the med kit, and plus 1 for the medical notes.
1 medical notes, 2 mind, and 1 med kit. Is that right?
Yeah, so 4.
Yeah, my mind is 2.
And then would do better surgery if they were drunk.
Well,
Oh my
No,
god,
it's-
all success. 4
thank
All
you,
successes.
comrade.
Yeah, 1 6 and 3 5s.
You're happier
Okay.
than when you.
I really
Comrade.
patched him up and gave him a happy ending. This is one satisfied customer.
I might want to go get wounded more often.
See, that is the incentive. Yes, throw yourself in the gears of the machine, comrade.
There you go. I will do it.
Best commissar ever.
Yes.
Believe in positive affirmation rather than shooting people.
You will not serve in the shooting. You will in the firing line. You will serve.
Reinforcement works better than punishment.
Okay, so you're no longer wounded.
Thank you.
You have nice bandages on your rat bites.
So I'm going to address the lieutenant and suggest that we maybe check out this mission. It's not our mission, but the guy who was fulfilling it has obviously not been able to, and we're near there. But it's the lieutenant's call as the ranking officer.
It's
A
so
little
close. It's the
role-playing.
least we could do.
Hey, Comrade Glaz, are you single?
Basically, check out. Go in that area and complete his mission by checking out the tremors.
Well, his mission was to take the information about the tremors back to headquarters. So he made it a little ways and died, and we can take it the rest of the ways. But I don't know that that's our.
If I may.
Okay, good.
What
So
if we radio?
time out for a sec. So your mission will eventually take you to the place where the tremors are. So we're coming up on 2 hours, which is when we normally take a break.
Mm-hmm.
So you could either carry on to the HQ and then get ordered to come back here, or during the break when I grab another drink and a quick snack, I can do a quick little rewrite to add a little bit to the adventure, and you can go and on your own initiative do the mission.
Oh wait, I missed right here that there was additional orders.
Oh, it's our orders.
Or we can make it natural.
It's got our
and just
names on it.
radio back to headquarters, and
He's coming to
headquarters
meet
will
us.
tell us to continue on our mission.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, just let's radio back. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, that's a
We
good
got
way to
this
do it.
HQ.
So you
That way we give
stop
them
and
information and
I
you
actually
stop
really
and
did
check
wanna-
in with HQ.
okay, well
Yeah.
there you go, Lieutenant.
Okay, so you check in with HQ using the codes and the special frequency, and they say, yes, that's why you were brought here, to investigate that. So please proceed south to October Avenue and investigate and find the source of this disquieting development. Right, let us take our break now then, so I have a little bit of time to juggle some things around. Let's make it 15 minutes.
Okay.
So come back at 15:15.
Will do.
Okay,
Sounds
so
good.
I will remove everybody and see you in 15.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Hopefully everyone's back.
Yep.
Yep.
Groovy. Right. Quick little recap then. Special unit has entered Sverograd.
Where is that?
And how's the echo doing?
I heard it. So I heard it.
Yeah. We just have no luck with echo.
What you munching
Out
on,
of
Grim?
the name of our mission on break.
Yeah.
The hunt for Red October Avenue.
I'm eating wasabi peas that aren't actually wasabi peas. They're wasabi peanuts.
Oh, yeah. I like those.
Mm.
I thought you had like something exotically British or something. You know.
No. Exotic, but not British.
I think our problem may be our Bluetooth speaker. It just doesn't like Bluetooth.
Yeah, might hate Bluetooth because the fact that it's intermittent that's only
Makes no
Bluetooth
damn
does
sense,
that.
but, well,
So,
I mean,
usually,
only Bluetooth is a horrible protocol that's crap, and
how did they not fix it after all this?
too automated, so therefore it never works.
Fingers crossed, it works now without.
Okay. So, our special unit has entered Sverograd. They have made their way towards HQ, but have stumbled on some paperwork, which put them on the line of their actual mission that they were sent here to do anyway, thereby bypassing a lot of stuff that I'd written and requiring a mad scramble to change the adventure during the break.
And our we got a scrolling bar down here.
Oh, yeah, I need to get rid of that. There we go. Right. So instead of heading towards the headquarters, we decided to cut out the middleman and head to the site of the mission anyway, which was a bunch of earth tremors coming from the area of October Revolution Avenue. To get there, you'll have to head south via the Central Hospital area, which is still under SSU control, so you should be relatively safe until you get to October Revolution Avenue, at least.
Perhaps my theory that there are these worms that create the Vril be proven true. So theoretically, Vril is like a kind of like a substance like uranium or something in this setting, right?
Yeah.
That's a misinterpretation of what what the historical Vril idea was, but whatever.
Yeah, but it makes more sense for this. Let me see if I can find an actual description on it, since you are a real scientist, after all.
Is it radioactive?
Yeah, that's why I'm a vampire drain.
Yeah, it's mutagenic at least. Okay, so the Vril is actually the name of the alien species that the Axis discovered.
They don't call them the Vril, yeah?
Well, it's Vril.
No, they're just
I'm afraid of historical versus
So these aliens had apparently been to Earth before. Not that most people know this, but people do know that the Nazis got this from aliens. It's about as much as they know. So VK stands for Vrilkultur, named such by Baron Leopold von Thaler. VK itself is a crystal, usually blue, white, or red-black in color. Very small, only several microns across, and are found in VK ore in the form of rocks. VK is a source of energy that enhances explosions, serves as a fuel, and exhibits other unusual properties, including strengthening and lightening metals, and acting as a mutagenic in medical treatments and so on, or emitting radiation when energized. Whether it's naturally occurring on Earth or seeded by the Vril long ago is of much debate, but for the war, it's essential. It's a miracle power source. it radiates in blue, which suggests that it is radioactive, and that would be Cherenkov radiation.
Right.
Though, unless used in particular ways, it seems to be harmless to humans.
Did they
mankind is
mention that was Cherenkov radiation, or did you
that was me. If it glows blue, that's
that's
to
what
me.
remember we were talking about that with
Yeah.
So it's relatively
Really
safe to
debriefing,
handle in raw form.
Lieutenant,
Alright.
is there a difference in use between the red, black, and the white, blue crystals?
Um,
Well, I have the wiki up, so I can tell you. 'Cause I might have spoilers.
I mean, yes, I know the difference, but I can't tell you right now.
It's classified. I
That's
understand.
classified, right?
Yeah.
Roll for wiki.
And the SSU were the last ones to get their hands on AVK as well, so they know the least. But yeah, similar to the idea of protoculture in Robotech, it also helps make moving the walkers and so on more natural. So it forms like a low-level psychic bond between pilot and vehicle as well.
Oh, neat. That's all kinds of nifty properties.
Yes, it's a wonder material.
Yes.
Others what they call it, I believe.
Black and red crystals are more of an evening book.
Right, daytime,
Of
nighttime.
course,
Yeah.
yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, having recovered the body and the orders and escaped the ravening rats and patched up Ramon, the next place to go is the hospital, unless you want to take a more circuitous route.
The hospital's under our control, so as SSU.
Yeah.
So we should go between bases of operation as much as possible.
Yeah, we can gather some information from anyone there if there's because
If the tremors have reached that area.
this report is older, and so let's find out if there's any further developments from nearby troops that are stationed there.
Okay. So you head on south, picking your way through the ruins. The hospital is relatively intact, which makes it stand out from all the other buildings around it. For whatever reason, no side has decided to particularly lay into the hospital for either tactical or merciful reasons. It seems to have largely been left alone. To the point where you were actually stopped at a checkpoint by a couple of soldiers. There's a low hut that's kind of half buried in the ground and a crude wooden barricade across the shallow trench that runs through and up to the hospital. And an SSU soldier swaddled in his big heavy trench coat and his woolly hat sort of comes out of his little shelter and holds his hand up. Halt.
Comrade.
Comrade, what are you doing here? Can I see your orders, please?
We're in a special operation. We've been we just recently had updated orders via radio. Do we have any other papers, by the way?
You got your identity papers.
I've got
Do we outrank him?
Yes, several of you outrank him.
Maybe you
gonna
should
say-
just not show him anything.
Richard, wave your hand and do. You don't need to see our papers.
There you go.
Oh, go ahead and show them our papers. It's like he's just doing his job.
Do you need to see Comrade Pushkin's papers?
Right.
Wait,
Hey,
the
it
medal.
looks at you. It looks at you like what? Which one of you is Pushkin?
I'll point in my backpack.
Yeah, he peers over and sees the cat curled up asleep in there. No, I don't think I need to see his papers.
Security is a little lax. It could be a little bomb terrorist there in his backpack. Might have to mention that to your superior.
He's a cat.
He's giving you a
He's
hard
a
time.
war hero.
So everything in order?
He doesn't know that. He's getting the medal. You see what I mean? Lax security.
Yes, everything seems to be in order. Wouldn't happen to have a cigarette, would you?
I hand him one.
Thank you.
9 left.
He
Every
takes
one
out a
of
book
you
of
has
matches,
2 on you,
strikes a
but
light,
it's
lights
you.
the cigarette. There
Immediately
is
gets shot in the face.
yes, there is the stuttering report of guns, and one round catches the sentry in the face as he finishes lighting his cigarette.
God damn it!
And
I
he
hate
Okay.
this.
He drops like
Oh.
a puppet with its strings cut. Can you roll initiative, please?
On that note, I'm
Shit.
really glad we are going to a hospital because, we might need supplies.
So no wonder they associated
And
cigarettes and firing.
This is
squad.
like my special ability too. I get a really high initiative.
Yeah, you have super high initiative.
Okay,
Roll them
so
to play?
Initiative.
how do we do
Roll it.
initiative?
You
Yes.
roll.
That many
Well,
dice?
yeah, but I mean, I got an initiative of 4, so is that 4 dice?
Yes, you roll 4 dice and see how many successes you get.
All right.
2 successes for me.
Where's the initiative?
I have 4
Uh,
successes.
2
Hang on,
successes
hang
for
on.
me.
How many did you get, Anna?
1 success.
2 for me.
2 successes for
All
me.
those dice and just 2.
No.
Richard, what did you get?
0.
0. Okay. Paloma got
2.
I'm getting my
Ramon?
I
stuff.
got 1 success.
You're getting your force field belt up.
Yeah,
I
Mike.
got
I'm
1.
Tracker
I'm
bullets.
adjusting my belt.
Shirt, how much did you get?
2.
2. Is that everyone? 1, 2, 3, no, Piotr.
I had 4.
4 successes. Okay.
Quick on the draw. I mean, he was right there next to the guy.
He literally watched the guy get his head blown off, so.
Still has
Made
splatter
him
on.
very alert.
Yeah.
What was
Nothing like
the
smell of
sentry
fire.
armed with?
Sentry was armed with a PPSH submachine gun.
Nice.
The sentry. Okay, but the kind of shot that killed him. Can I check out the caliber?
Once you've wiped the blood and brain matter from your eyes, you can examine the wound and see how big it is. I think it's 9mm.
I was nowhere near that guy. I don't trust him. He did not ask for Bushman's papers.
Oh no, that's the.
Oh no, hang on. It's not a Schmeiser, it's an STG. So caliber. Actually, you'd probably know. 7.92 Kurs.
How much of that
Or-
cigarette is still left?
Oh my god.
Right. And the Germans get 1 success.
See Germans.
The Germans.
The Germans.
Oh no, look at these people. They're going to go and fuck you all up now. Look at we got the superior weaponry and the Nazi zombies. You don't stand a chance.
They're going to get into close combat and lay hands on you.
Oh no, look, this is the Soviets. This is so cute. Look at they got the little machine guns. They think they are match for us. We are the Germans.
Right, Piotr is up first. What does Peasant Pete
can
want
I-
to do?
Can I grab the guy's submachine gun and get into cover?
Yep. So you get 2 actions each turn, and that would be both of them. So yeah, you grab his PPSH, and sort of nearest cover is probably the actual sentry post.
Okay, so I'm assuming I had an extra PPSH ammo to my list of PPSH.
Well, you've just got the gun, and it's got 1 magazine in it. So yeah, you can essentially add 1 magazine.
Did you have an extra
wheel
PPSH?
Sorry, what?
Is it possible to dual wield a PPSH? How good are they?
Yes, it is possible.
I
But
was,
difficult.
So are we talking about
Comrade.
building machine guns? Is that what I'm...
Comrade, I'd like to point out that I only have a short range shotgun. You have 2 PPSHs,
The PPSH is short range as well.
but not as short as a shotgun.
That is
Which
true.
direction?
But you could have my shotgun and dual wield
I
shotguns.
guess I'll find out on my turn.
I don't think that's optimal, but thank you for
Anyway.
thinking of me.
Right.
Should I
So you
wait
grab
till
the
my
gun.
turn to find out where the shot was coming from?
Yeah. But so Piotr grabs the submachine gun and slides along the ground into the dugout and lands in there with a thump. There's a little gas stove burning, which you knocked over, and a pot of warming water spills all over the ground and steams.
Damn.
Right. Anna, it is Glaz's go.
Well, I'd like to trace the
Glasgow.
trajectory of the. Look at the caliber of the so, and then try to figure out what weapon they came from and what direction.
Okay, it's came from an STG, which is basically an early form of assault rifle,
Okay.
upon which the Kalashnikov was later based, because Russians steal
The range
everything.
would be
Damn Gopniks. So that's a free action, recognizing that. So
And
What
roughly
else
what
do you wanna
range would that be then?
to do this much damage to his face, probably pretty close.
Pretty close. So I'd like to swoop around to wherever I gauge the trajectory of the bullet
Okay.
coming from.
So you whip around, and against the slightly lighter sky, you can make out the shapes of several Germans from the shape of their helmets in silhouette, sort of coming forward over the rubble towards you with guns raised.
Is that within range 30 for me?
Yeah, they're a lot closer than that. They're within like range 10.
All right. Are they? Can I see outlines of weapons or just a couple of people's outlines?
You're pretty sure they've got guns. Yeah.
Right. And they all have guns. So I guess the person that is closest to me, I'm just gonna pop him do a headshot.
Okay. Right. So make a mobility plus Widowmaker roll.
It says Widowmaker sniper rifle, range 30, damage 2/1, penetrating
Yeah.
2. Which one is the?
Okay, so if you look up your sheet in the skills, there'll be attack firearms.
3.
Then after that, Widowmaker, because you're specialized in that.
So 6.
So-
I roll 6 for the Widowmaker.
6 dice plus your mobility.
Son of a. All right. So mobility is 2 successes, and Widowmaker is 3 successes.
So 5 successes in total. How much
Yes.
damage does the rifle do? The first number.
2/1.
Okay, so that's a total of 7 damage. And it's got penetrating 2. His armor doesn't count.
Because he had 2 armor, and so penetrating
Yeah.
means
So penetrating 2 goes straight through that. So he doesn't get an armor save either, which means he takes 7 damage. And normal Axis troops, these Sturm Grenadiers, can only take 3. So, yeah, you whip around. Probably fire the rifle from your hip, to be honest. Just level it at one of these charging Germans and fire. There's an ear-ringing retort from the massive Widowmaker sniper rifle, and one guy goes hurtling back over the rubble and disappears out of view.
And is that my action? You get a free action and then a regular action?
Well, you had a free action to look, then positioning yourself, observing them, and shooting was your second action. Right. Paloma. Private Paloma.
All right. So do I see these Germans?
Yeah, it's a free action to look around and see where they're coming from.
All right. I'll look around. I see these guys coming. You know, after I saw her blowing up.
Yep.
So
yeah, you briefly see the remaining Storm Grenadiers in the muzzle flash from the guns. So these gas masks, heavy helmets, heavy flak vests with shoulder pads and thigh guards, and holding these STG assault rifles.
All right. I guess it's a good time for my SMG. Is range 10 okay?
Yep.
All right, here we go. So that would be regular firearms with mobility.
Yeah, regular firearms with mobility. Does it have rapid fire?
Yes, it has rapid fire.
Okay, so if you choose to use both your actions to shoot, you'll re-roll any failures, and then you can split your successes between multiple targets.
All right, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll rapid fire them.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Come on, Lucky.
Come on, Paloma.
All right, 1 success.
Okay, but you can re-roll them all.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, here we go.
Does he
All the
have
ones
to
that
reroll
all the ones that missed.
Right.
Right. Okay. That was-
So two more. Okay, so 3 in total.
All right, so that's 2 successes on one success on another. What's the damage on that?
3.
Is that right? It sounds like a lot. I guess it's because it's such a high rate of fire.
Yeah, they're extremely high rate of fire. They give up, for the range, they get added damage. Basically, if you're out of range,
Yeah, damage 3 and rapid
then
fire.
it's crap. But in range, it's awesome.
Nice.
Say
Let
this for the
Paloma
Soviets.
show
They-
you how it's done.
Yeah, she's on our side.
Right.
Yeah. Say this for the Soviets. They did make good submachine guns.
Pretty sure the reason for the Automat Kalashnikova is that it literally means his. The A is actually Kalashnikov, but then the A is added at the end because it's possessive. It's his Automat. And I'm pretty sure it was made to survive going through like swampy waters, right? Is that right? Because guns would normally jam up in the water, but he made one that wouldn't.
Yeah, it's not hugely accurate, but yeah, with very little cleaning and so on, you can keep it working. All right, so 3 damage. So that's 5 damage to one of them, and 4 damage to another one. But their armor counts against that. So. Okay, two more of them go down. You just open up, and this submachine gun goes off like a buzzsaw, and cuts down 2 of the Germans before they can get close to you. You see the rounds ricocheting off some of their armor, but the sheer weight of bullets just carries on through and carves a couple of them up.
I'll let out a war cry.
Ramon,
Okay. I'm kind of guessing this shotgun doesn't have the range to do crap from here.
what's your move?
What does it say? What's
We're
the
pretty
number?
short range.
Shotgun range is 5.
Ooh.
And what's your movement?
My movement is 5 also.
So if you move forward for one action, you'll be in range to shoot one of them.
Sounds good then. I think we'll do that.
How many
Okay.
were there? Is it like a huge group?
There were 5. You think there is 2 left?
Oh, fine. I don't need to throw grenades. You're fine to go forward.
Oh, you can if you want to.
We're tearing these guys up.
Right. I'll save my grenades. I only have 6.
All
Okay,
right. So
it's-
you hustle forward, raise your shotgun against one of the dark shapes coming out of the night, and let rip.
Yeah, it's what, attack, firearms, and then it's what else?
Plus mobility. Yeah.
Mobility. Okay. That's
Kind
the
of like
other.
dexterity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's mobility?
It's at the top
Let's
right.
see.
Those are basic
There it
stats.
is.
So
I
you
can-
have
I
like
can-
4 basic stats and then skills. So it's a little D&D.
I could kill some shit. That's 4 dice. That's 4 hits right there.
4 successes. Okay.
Yeah, and 3 damage on the shotgun. So
That's. And he gets no successes to save against that. So that's another one down.
cut that some
gonna
bitch in
have to-
half.
Reassess how difficult baddies are.
Right.
I'm not going to get the dual wield my SMGs, am I?
Well,
No,
I mean,
you will. You will.
I mean, come on now. Realistically, Grim, most people don't survive getting a double barrel in the face.
Well, this is
So.
true.
That's not effective.
Okay, so you hustle forward, raise the shotgun, rack around into the mechanism and fire. There's a big boom and a bunch of little embers and another one of the Germans is blown out of the air as he tries to sort of jump forward over some trash on the ground, and you just sort of knock him spinning over, leaving one. Comrade Pushkin gets out of Pyotr's backpack and hides in the corner.
Because he's smart. Smart kitty.
Right. Yang?
Yes. I am going to drink my plum wine out of the flask. And
Okay, it's one
have
action.
it. Yep. And then I am going to... Is there any targets next to me?
Nobody's next to you. There's one remaining German within about range 10.
Okay.
See Germans.
I'm going to try to sneak up on him and hopefully use my wakizashi.
Sneak up on him in the middle of combat?
Perfect time to do it.
Bullets are flying. Nobody can hear you.
No time
Well,
for a
if
drink,
you-
Yang. Give me a swig.
If you sneak, you won't be able to attack this turn.
Okay, well, I only have pistols, so I don't know if I can...
What about are those Tontos and Wakizashis throwable?
Well, maybe
Technically.
able to move up and just slice. I mean, if it.
Yeah, you could. What's your move? You could probably move into range.
Movement 6.
my movement...
That's wrong.
I have... movement 6, yeah.
Yeah, that won't quite take you into close combat, but you could move forward and use your pistol.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Okay. Do you want to use your plum wine bonus for your shooting?
Yes. That is
Okay.
exactly what I wanted to use it for.
Okay, mobility plus firearms with a bonus of +1 for the courage the plum wine gives you.
So that's 6.
So, 7 total.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, that should
Yeah.
be plenty of success, I would think.
Yang was our second choice for both of us.
Oh, Comrade Mao.
Okay, I
Chairman
got
Mao.
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay.
Mhm.
And how much damage does that pistol do?
It does 2 damage.
4. Okay.
Should probably focus it a little better, but this is authentic communist Mao memorabilia hat.
Oh, cool.
I'm really surprised you didn't pick the Chinese then.
Well, I fell in love. All right,
Yeah.
the heart wants what the heart wants.
The
All
art
right.
does look similar to you, so.
So Yang springs forward through the darkness, closes in on the remaining German, and just kind of, as far as he's concerned, appears out of nowhere and fires close range into his head. There's a loud spang from the helmet, but the bullet goes through and scrambles his brains inside. He drops as well. A second wave of grenadiers comes charging forward over the rubble and opens fire.
Lovely.
Pull out my grenades.
On everyone except Pyotr, who's in full cover. So,
Smart guy, man. I need to. You know what? That's where I'm going next turn.
As a sniper? Yeah, probably good
I'm
idea.
gonna join Piotr. Yeah, I'm gonna go and do
where's my
it.
Axis stats? Okay. Right.
But we got people fighting in close. Well, no, not in close range anymore. Now these people just showed up. Okay.
Yeah, these are
No,
further back. Maybe.
Mostly took cover to save the cat.
What do I mean? You know, sometimes the best decisions are made with how do I save the cat? You know?
Okay. The Germans apparently went to the same stormtrooper school as actual stormtroopers. Because while these guys come forward firing everywhere, you know, automatic shots, nothing hits any of you. Bullets are flying everywhere. But perhaps seeing their massacred fellows before them has
Made him nervous.
put them off
Throw
their
them
game.
off.
No,
Is there going to be like an outline of everyone on the wall behind us?
typical Berlin Germans, and they're just sitting there going, "Oh yeah, we just brought these guns because they look good and they sound nice when we shoot them. But honestly, we're drinking Pisswasser all day, so we can't hit shit."
We're not here for the war. These are strobe machines. We're going to see Kraftwerk.
Yes, we're going to go and do some industrial dancing in the nice plastic clothing, yes, and rub up against each other's genitals.
It's too tight. It's too tight.
Richard, it is your go.
All right. What equipment do I have here? Okay, I don't have any.
Well, you have a pistol, which
Grenades,
is we got extra stuff for that.
Man,
You got gizmos you could come up with on the fly.
yeah. How does that work again? So like because for instance,
You have hunter seeker bullets.
like I have these hunter seeker bullets. Are they only for my gun? Could I retrofit them using the gizmoteer, or like how's that work?
You can give them to anyone else if you want. Okay. You sort of put them on the end of your pistol, fire a normal round, and then the seeker round goes off.
Oh, okay. So they work for anything. I like that.
It's awesome.
But right now, it seems like I should probably use my force field. Now, the force field belt, is it one person only, or is it 5 armor? That's a lot.
It's normally one person. If you spent an action point, you could drag someone else into the field to cover them.
All right. I may do that in the future. For right now, I'm just going to go ahead and activate that and join the front line because it looks like we've got some people doing front line. And since I've got just very powerful armor here, I'm going to join the front line so I'm close up with the others just in case they need some help. And and then I'm going to go ahead and fire on the whoever is closest.
Yeah, so one of the Germans. Okay, so you activate the field. That's a free action. And you're enveloped in a brilliant blue light, which makes you a very obvious and visible target, but also protects you at the same time. Right. And you move forward into combat, close to the Germans, firing off your pistol. So mobility plus shootiness.
Nothing.
Apparently, I suck at shooting. It's 5 and 6, right? Okay.
Yeah, 5 and 6.
Well, you are a scientist, so
yeah, exactly. But at least this way, I can use my gadgets to make sure my comrades don't get mowed down. Because I think
this is why you invented seeker bullets, because you can't hit shit.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I was hoping to not have to use them. Apparently, I need them for every shot.
He turns into what's his name, Chew from Blade Runner. I only do ice. It's just ice. I don't do the shooting.
No, he just points to where to shoot.
Yeah, so hopefully, I've gotten their attention. Shoot your low tech at me. My technology will defeat you.
What are those Chinese loots and things called?
Oh,
Shamisen? No, that's Japanese.
No, it's Japanese.
No.
Urhu.
Okay.
It's
so you
called
couldn't
an
hit a
urhu.
water buffalo in the fanny with an urhu. So that's why you invented this.
Yeah.
All right, Piotr.
Actually, very similar to uku, like ukulele.
I'm trying to work out whether I want to make 2 attacks rounding down my skill, or if I want to just add 1. Like, what's going to do the most damage? Because there's 2 different rules for paired weapons.
Yeah, you can choose which one.
Yeah. I'm going to make 2 attacks.
Okay.
Let's make 2 attacks. So, how many of the Germans are left?
Well, this is a second wave, and all of them are left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Cool.
how many of them total?
The skill is my firearms.
5.
So that rounded down would be 1.
Yeah.
And then mobility 2. So 3 dice on each attack. So first attack.
What? I'd take the total and halve that. So, what's your firearms?
Oh, it says to divide your skill by. Oh, skill total. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's your mobility?
Okay, so my mobility is 2 and my attack is 3. So
That's
divided by
5.
2, rather 2, that'd be 2 dice. So yeah,
2 dice on each. Yeah.
that's
Do
unlikely to
you?
kill anyone, is it?
Well, do you want to make it a sustained attack? That would use
Yeah.
both your actions. Yeah. Okay. So you can re-roll anything that doesn't score a success.
I'll just add 1 to the roll. That's
Okay. So a single gun.
that gives me 7 dice total, which is way more.
And do you want to make that a sustained attack as well? Or?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can split that between targets, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay. So 7 dice.
And re-roll
2
anything that
successes.
fails.
Reroll the failures. That was a success. Yeah, didn't get any more successes, but I have 2 successes.
Okay. So you can split that between 2 targets. Well, no, you need 2 to hit a target, don't you? So yeah that'll be 3 damage. Excuse me.
There are spray bullets everywhere, but only hit 1 person.
Yeah. Yeah, Pyotr appears at the entrance to the little checkpoint with 2 guns, laughing maniacally, probably, because who wouldn't? Excuse me. Dust or something. Right, and opens up with 2 PPSHs, which, so yeah, there's a deafening sort of roar of both submachine guns, and while bullets go flying everywhere, only one of the Germans goes down.
I went to the German school of shooting.
Right. Anna, it is Glaz's go.
So there are about 4 more Germans left from the new group.
5 still.
Or 5. Well,
Well, one's down now, so there's 4.
Oh, okay.
So from the original group, everyone's dead, or there's still one dead. And 1 guy from the new group is dead, but there's still 4 left. I'm hoping they're far enough away for me to try out my kit and throw a grenade at them.
They're within. Yeah, now they're within about range 5 because they had a charge action that the others didn't. But you can still toss the grenade
on there. What does that mean?
Thrown.
So,
which is how I got my answer whether or not knives can be thrown. No, it says C for close combat.
For close, yeah.
And thrown is that range 5? Well, how's
physique plus athletics.
Oh, okay. Shit. So
one.
my background is academic as well. So my physique is 1 and my athletics is 1.
So
you rolled 2 dice.
And then what is that?
What is a success going to do? So what happens if I don't clear the range?
You'll just miss, right? There's no botch mechanism.
With a live grenade?
Yeah.
There's no missing with a live grenade. You're gonna hit something, but it may not be what you want to
You
hit.
just hear a loud bang.
The angle off or something.
Okay, well, I'd like to fire at middle of the group of Germans to the back of the group of Germans, somewhere as far away from my allies as possible.
We'd like that too.
No successes.
So
Okay.
Oh dear.
You throw like N girl.
No. Stick with my sniper rifle. Can I use the rest of my turn to go cuddle with the cat in the dugout?
Yes, you charge into the dugout past Pyotr as he tries to draw a bead on a new target and hit the ground. Somewhere in the darkness, the grenade goes boom. Somewhere. Right. Paloma.
All right. I think it's time for another round of SMG.
Okay. More DACA. Are you going to go sustained fire again?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's 3 successes on the first roll, and then I get to reroll 3 dice.
Yep. Cross
For
off
one
another
more.
ammo.
So, oh yeah. So
So
4
how
dice
many
total.
successes? 4 dice totals. Okay, so yeah, and that does 3 damage, doesn't it? So that's 5. Even if he saved, he'd be dead. Okay, so with the trigger still held down, you move the submachine gun across and rake over another one of the Germans, blowing his legs out from under him.
And I still haven't broken my scream. Ah!
Ah! Ah!
Familiar?
Daka, daka, daka. Ramon.
Yes. Okay. What's left?
3 Axis soldiers.
Are they within grenade distance?
They are within 5 of you.
Within 5 of me. Meaning
Range
what?
5. Range 5.
Shotgun.
Right. I mean, I
Shotgun
can,
can reach. Yeah, you can toss a grenade that far, no problem.
yeah. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and grenade them.
Okay.
Physique and athletics, my man. Let's see if you do any better.
All right.
Hey, Chompy Kitty.
You're an actual Marine. So.
No. No. No.
The easiest to use weapon, and we keep like, like
They did not teach us.
what? Oops.
They did teach us
So you
how
got-
to
Went behind me.
You got no successes as well.
No, damn it! I'm gonna spend my action point.
Okay, so you can roll an extra dice.
No, I'm going to take control of the story and end this combat by the grenade dropping directly into the middle of the 3 of them and exploding before they could move.
That would be like 4 action points.
Oh wow. Okay, we'll just take the extra dice.
Can I give him an action point?
No, they're
action point.
they're
Spend the one
non-transferable.
action point and just have a friend show up with a
In our
grenade.
communist
Oh,
system,
like-
we can.
Power
I
up.
blew this action point for nothing.
So it would seem. Okay.
Dice have failed me.
You hurl the grenade at the Germans, and as they're charging forward, one of them kicks the grenade entirely on accident
Damn
and
it!
yeets it into the far distance behind you, where it explodes.
No hair chewing.
Hair
No hair chewing.
Hair
Exasperating.
chewing is the commander of the Germans.
You're supposed to be a prop, Kitty. What are you doing?
Kitty.
So Yang, what do?
I bet that wine's really kicked in now.
So Yang Mei has fallen asleep on the battlefield. I saw Mike light up for a second there.
Yeah.
Yang Mei, are you with us?
Yes, I am. I'm just
Someone has to wake her up.
Too busy laughing at my failure.
Yep.
So what do you want to do?
Let's see.
They are within chopping and stabbing distance now.
Okay, then I am going to. Do I still have the +1 bonus from the plum wine?
Yeah, well, I'll allow that to last for the scene. While you've got
Okay.
a buzz.
Then I am going to use my attack melee. And my well, they both do the same damage and penetrating, so I'll just use my Wakizashi, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, the
So that
system's
is
not really
7.
granular enough to make that much of a difference.
Mhm.
Okay, so physique plus attack melee, and a bonus of +1 for being drunk.
Okay, that's 7 total. 'Cause I
Okay,
have melee 3 and physique 3, so it's
Okay.
7 total.
yeah, roll for it.
That is 1, 2, 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, that's got penetration 1.
Yep.
Okay, and how much damage does it do normally? 2.
Well, it says 1 on the sheet. Is it supposed to
Okay.
be 2?
No, I think it's 2 for machetes and larger swords. So, okay. Right. Okay, so you move up to one of them, He sees you coming and brings his gun up to try and block, but you duck under it and get a cut across the tops of his thighs. He screams out in pain, but isn't down.
This will be the death of 1,000 cuts.
Right. He tries to
Only put gun around the
clout
back.
you with the butt of his gun.
Hamstrung.
Oh no!
But you block easily.
Awesome.
One opens fire on Ramon, but only scores one success. So you sort of hurl yourself aside into cover as he fires automatic towards you. The other one drops.
I'm like, I'm a big glowing blue guy. Why are you shooting this?
Because you're a big glowing blue guy.
No.
They know better.
But the last drops to a knee, levels his gun, and does open fire on you. So let's see.
Watch me be way overconfident in my technology.
Right, so that's 3 damage. What's the armor on that?
+5.
And you have your own flag jacket.
Yeah, so that reduces all of it to non-lethal. And can you roll 6 dice?
That's all.
Right. Let's see if I bruise badly.
Yes,
6 dice, you say?
6 dice. Yeah.
Okay.
You need 2 successes to take absolutely no harm whatsoever.
One success. Use your action point.
So, this will go away at the end of the combat because it's non-lethal
Right.
damage, so you don't need to
Oh,
worry.
okay.
Yeah,
Right.
it's just like, ow.
Yeah. So you take one damage to your capacity. So yeah, the 8mm bullets slam into the shield and sort of are knocked flat and slide off you, but the sheer impact sort of knocks you sliding backwards on the rubble a little bit. And it's your go.
All right. So yeah, I guess. And how many guys we got left now?
3. One of them is in close combat with Yang. The other 2, one is shooting at Ramon. The other one is shooting at you.
Is there any difference between them other than who they're shooting at?
No, they're identically equipped.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and use one of my seeker bullets.
Seeker bullets. Yep.
Yeah. And do. Yeah, I guess it's on one of them that's undamaged, right? It's +3 attack. Does that just increase my likelihood of hitting them, or does it also increase damage?
If you score a better hit, you do more damage. So
okay.
It works like that. So so take your mobility, your attack, firearms, and add 3.
So 2, and then 3 is 5, and then 3 more is 8. Okay.
And if you want to use both actions to aim and shoot, you can re-roll anything that misses.
Yeah, I'll do that. Or is it only against one, or is it possible to?
That would only be against one.
Okay.
You could make 2 separate shots if you wanted.
Yeah. Well, I mean, oh wow. Okay, that's.
We still need to roll 2 more.
Yeah.
So no
That's pretty-
successes here.
0 successes in rolling 6 die. One success, and now I can still re-roll. You say?
So if you want to use both actions on one shot, you can re-roll everything that didn't get a success.
Yes, I do want to do that.
Okay.
I can still get one more after this.
2 more successes.
2 more successes, and I
So
still
that's
get to
3.
re-roll one more. 3 total, and 3 total. 3 total
Okay.
success.
So, it's not bad. How much damage does the pistol do?
The pistola.
That's the TT-46 pistol.
Yeah.
Yes. Damage 2.
Okay, so that's
You need to use up the ammo.
yep. All right. You just sort of stand there calmly with bullets spattering into your shield and screw the seeker shot on, aim it in his rough direction, and it sets off like a rocket and sort of whirls around and bends towards him and then smacks him straight in the chest and explodes in his armor. And he goes falling back into the rubble with his flesh and armor burning. Most effective.
Yes, excellent. Hopefully, there's a nice little blue flash of
VK energy.
VK. Great. Murder you with science.
Then Piotr. There are two left.
I'm going to shoot the guns again, I guess.
Okay. Same as last time, both on the same target? Because the other one's in melee with Yang, so that might be dangerous.
Yeah, probably best both on the same target then.
Okay.
2 successes so far. 4 successes. And the power is 3 on the gun.
Okay. Yeah, he's done for. So cross off another ammo from each gun, and you walk the fire across a little more with bullet casings piling up around your knees, and you see the multiple impacts over his armor, and some of them must have gone through gaps because he's done for. Leaving just the one in melee. Anna, your go. You're in cover with Pushkin.
Yeah. As much as I trust in Yang Mei's competence, she is on her knees and there's a butt of the gun in her face, and I want to try to headshot everyone. So I'm gonna hope that I can aim for the facial region and avoid everything that would be Yang Mei wherever she's at. The mist.
Okay. So use both actions for the shots. You can re-roll any dice that miss, and you have an obscene number of dice with your sniper rifle anyway. So.
Sure do. 1, 2, 3, 4 from ability. 1 success, and then 6 for the Widowmaker. 3 successes
Total.
So 4 total.
5.
Oh, 5
total.
Was it 5 or 2? There was a 1 earlier on my
Well,
ability.
you got a success and then 4 successes.
Okay, and how much damage does that rifle do?
2/1.
Okay.
Penetrating 2. Yeah.
Good point. All right, so Yang Mai, you're facing off against this last remaining German who's got his gun held up and is about to drive the butt into your face when his own face disappears.
I imagine something out of Starship Troopers when that happens.
Yeah. You're peppered with bits of teeth and fine Aryan cheekbones.
I'm used to this.
The fine mist, though, kind of gives you it's almost like a rouge. It looks nice.
Except for that
I mean, all the Japanese I killed in the Liberation Army, I'm used to this, so let it rain on me.
Yeah, the body stands there a moment, swaying with the gun, then shits itself and falls over.
And then the piece of scalp that landed on you, you notice, wait a minute, his hair's not natural blonde. This is dye.
Right. The battle appears to be over.
Yay!
I don't like that word of yours.
I finally stopped screaming.
Do you need any cough drops, Paloma? Candies.
I will now.
I didn't eat my share of the candy.
lozenge.
I don't think anyone was seriously hurt, were they?
Others
wasn't hurt at all.
I paid Paul Bruce.
Yeah, I got a little paintball Bruce. Right? It's ow.
Well, is Comrade Pushkin okay?
He was hiding.
He's fine. He emerges from the bunker and starts licking up some of the German blood off the ground.
Okay, well, I'll cut a piece of German off of them and
I don't know. Make
Uh,
sure to get the organs. They really need the vitamin and folate in the liver.
yeah. Well,
Liver's really important.
good point. We'll cut a bit of German liver out.
Going in deep there.
Look, it's in the
Do
service.
they have any rations on them?
obsession with
Yes, they do have some rations on them.
Let's take all
He's a
their,
peasant,
weapons.
of course. He's a Russian peasant. Of course, he's obsessed with food. He's never seen it before.
Well, wait. This is pre-Bolshevik Revolution. We're talking. You know.
Well, no, this is after. This is 1947. So
That's what I mean. The starving peasants were before the Bolshevik Revolution, which is why we
and
have
after.
the revolution.
Remember, Russia was so poor at one point they actually had to like give one guy a rifle and the other guy held the ammo. And the other guy died and dropped the rifle.
And moral support.
And that's why I'm looting everyone.
Okay, well, there is a limit to how much you can carry. But
Yeah, but I just want to replenish the rations that I fed to the cat.
He's just gonna have just like this huge backpack of rations and
This-
enemy guns and
A
Why are you
cat.
carrying all this
Anyone-
liver?
Does anyone want a
Catch it with.
shotgun? I'm quite happy to get rid of my shotgun. I've got 2 SMGs I can dual wield.
Fine, if you want to give up a
That's not
shotgun,
normal.
just give me an ammo for your shotgun.
Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah, you're welcome to my shotgun ammo. How many do I have? I've got 3 shotgun ammos. I've only got 2 SMG ammos, so
Did we find some ammo amongst the 10 dead guys?
Well, not that's compatible with your guns.
Can we take their guns?
You can take their guns if you want.
can they be dual wielded?
Well, is there
They
ammo
can't be
compatible with
dual-wielded.
ours?
No, it's not.
You really don't want to try to dual wield a Schmeiser.
I don't want to be caught with a German
You
gun.
really don't want to try to dual wield a shotgun. The kickback, you need to.
Oh, hell no.
The sentry who was killed had 2 drums for his PPSH. So whoever wants that can have 2 more. sets
Oh,
of
could I have those? Because I burned through quite a lot.
So, as everyone else has, Piotr and whoever has gone in to strip them of their valuables and therefore all the messy blood and guts, I'd like to go in after them and see if there's any papers or documents or any kind of orders or anything, intel, like.
There are a couple of order envelopes, packets, but obviously they're in code and in German.
Yeah, we'll hand that over to Yang Mei, and also see if they have any medical first aid kits.
Yeah,
You want me to
two
get
of
started on?
two of them have medical field kits on them, so you can replenish
Okay.
your supplies.
Should I
Your
start heading to
Enigma
translating
machine,
code?
right?
That it's a bit too much of a job for you. It needs to get back to headquarters or command. but,
Okay.
yeah, you've got the information.
Mhm.
Okay, so having stopped to loot the bodies in proper Soviet fashion,
Waste not, want not. I'm glad you put that up. I like that comment.
anything else, or are you done?
Check for radio.
Hold on. How good are their boots and clothing? If we're gonna go full Soviet on this bitch.
That's
Like,
a
is
good
it
point.
better than our equipment?
It
They
Is
do
this
have
Hugo Boss
decent.
made?
Their boots are pretty decent, but their uniforms are very smelly and dirty.
Are they better than our
Well,
boots?
And any of the boots look like they'd fit me.
Actually, if we had one pair of those clothes, just in case we need to do an infiltration.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Actually, all the however many of us, 6.
Like maybe just the coat
Yeah,
and
6.
helmet.
Do we have? Well, each of us can carry probably a uniform.
Yeah,
Try to find something our best size that fits.
yeah. One set of boots will fit Piotr.
Except I don't know how accepting the Aryan ideals of appearance would be to have a Chinese Nazi.
Okay, you'll be our captain.
Yeah.
Well, they are allied with the Japanese, so
Actually, we're okay.
That is true.
Because all the rest of us are pretty swarthy. Like we got, like we're pretty dark haired and
Yeah,
dark
the Germans aren't
eyed.
going to be able to tell the difference. They're assholes.
Right? Our two Chinese people can. Yeah. No, we're fine. They're racist. We know this. Like,
They're
why
not
are we
gonna
being
notice
so-
they're assholes.
They're going to be like Chinese, Japanese, whatever.
So yeah, we have to avoid the guy that got his face blown off because there was also, removal of bowel containment.
two kinds of people in this world: Aryans and non-Aryans.
Yeah, to the Aryans.
Okay, so
I think having the outfits will be valuable just in case.
Yeah, no, I'll grab
Yeah.
him.
yeah, the helmets and the gas masks make a fairly decent disguise.
We may need gas masks. We don't know what we're walking into.
Yeah, so
Do you want to stop off at the hospital or just bypass it and carry on around?
Definitely stop off at the hospital. Because between Lopez and the bruise on Julie,
Ow!
I'm getting a little nervous about our. We did just get 2 field kits, but well, let's just find out the state of the hospital. Like, how rated is it? Maybe it doesn't have anything left in it to take.
The hospital's mostly intact from the look of it. There's quite a few SSU guard stations around it. And while none of the exterior rooms with shattered windows have any light in them, it does look like there's some electric light coming from inside. So they must have a generator somewhere.
Here's my proposition, sir. We set up a base of operations or some sort of way to have a little camp here at the hospital, and then we reconnaissance to the tremor area from here.
Is the hospital the closest location to the Tremors?
Yes.
And all right, that's a good idea. We need to ask. We can canvass some of the folks here who might have
Our station here.
their station here and see if they might have some additional information.
Hospital tremors.
Okay. What is the? Oh, that's October Revolution.
That's where we came
Okay.
from.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this, if anybody would know, so we need to find out what additional information we can from the people at the hospital.
Yeah, the station.
Okay.
All right.
Want someone in charge? Take us to your leader.
Papers.
Okay. Yeah, some more guards stop you when you approach close to the hospital, and you show them your papers, and they let you through. There are casualties everywhere, sort of bent up against walls, or parked in chairs, or laid out on gurneys, and a very few SSU doctors and nurses, clearly, heavily stressed and exhausted, moving from person to person, organizing triage.
One of them grabs my arm to help me. No, wrong kind of doctor. Wrong kind of doctor.
Yeah.
Can I overhear anybody discussing the Tremors, or is it all pretty much just war talk?
There's so much crosstalk, it's hard to pick out any particular conversation, but most people are just asking for help or more morphine.
Or kill me.
Yeah.
Morphine kill.
No, you can still fight.
If there are any that look like they're not going to, survive enough to fight, I think we should put them out of their misery. They're wasting resources.
You just want more liver.
Yeah.
Rations. Okay. A doctor in a bloodied, filthy lab coat comes bustling out of one of the side rooms and corners you and says, "Why aren't you helping? You're clearly been sent here as relief. Get to work."
No. Lieutenant. Wrong kind of doctor. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm a scientist. And
Well,
we're here to investigate the tremors. Do you know anything about that? I need to see the military personnel here. I'm here to stop the wounded, not help the wounded.
Tremors. I don't know. I mean, there's always fighting going on in the tunnels, but my attention's occupied here.
All right. Any recent wounded coming from down south?
I can offer my services. I have some spare medical kits and the know-how.
Okay, yes, she can help with a couple of your worst while we're finding out information.
I'll make sure.
Okay, scrub up, get some gloves, get to work.
I have medic 1.
Yeah, so you can help a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I have just heal 1.
Just like field surgery is what I did.
Okay. Mostly what they need you to do is to just examine the wounded that are coming in and assign them a priority, basically, and patch up a few bits here and there as you can.
And
so,
as you're patching up, find out what you can of those who are coming from down south and basically the area where the tremors are.
Okay.
Yeah. So those of you who are helping out with the wounded and have the skill to do so can have an action point each.
I don't have the skill.
Action points.
She's getting in the character.
Could I cough on the sort of telling them I'm going to help the wounded? Can I go off and search for any supplies that I might want to redistribute?
What, from the dead?
From the hospital.
Oh, okay. Fucking Gopniks.
From the wounded.
Yes, you can pilfer some medical supplies. You bad, horrible person. Okay.
To each according to his need.
So those of you who can't help medically, just kind of get out of the way and try and interview a few of the survivors. Those of you helping with the medicine, can you make? Let's see, what's it going to be?
Iodine, or actually Zidonka. So we have iodine in Russia that's green. So yeah, same thing.
Can you make presence interaction rolls, please, for your bedside manner?
See, I was wondering about that. I've been kind of playing myself as like a low charisma academic, obviously, being a hard ass, because my interaction is 1. So I'm glad I read that right. It's interaction. What now?
Presence. So Yang needs to roll that as well.
So it's presence plus what?
Plus interaction.
Okay, so that is a 4.
Do you get a +1 from the wine?
No, the wine is ward off.
Seeing that guy's face explode like it did kind of, humbled me a bit and reminded me of the cost of the war, the true human cost. And so, 2 successes.
I got 1 success.
Okay. So between you, you notice that a lot of the fresher wounded have close combat wounds. Shattered bones, broken limbs, bits torn off them, even. And you also notice that the number of casualties coming in has abruptly tailed off fairly recently from the people you're talking to. One of the wounded men, who's like missing most of his forearm, but is acting as if he's fine, with the shredded tatters of flesh hanging off his elbow. He's like smoking with his other hand.
That's rudimentary. That tracks.
So he says, "You were asking someone about the tremors?"
Yeah, have there been a lot of missing people?
First, there were the tremors underground. Then we lost contact with our forward stations in the tunnels. Then we were ordered to fall back, and then some of the Nazi undead soldiers came swarming out of the tunnels and attacked us. I barely got away, but they dragged some of my comrades back into the tunnels.
So is that what you were all attacked by, the undead German army? And these are the wounds we're witnessing from the undead?
These thrasher wounds, yeah.
Yeah, they look
The regular forces pushed us back out of the area first, and then all this happened.
So you pretty much have a handle then on scouting for exactly what is causing the tremors, or is that, you think, a separate issue from these skeletons?
It happened before, so maybe they're related, but we didn't see what caused the tremors.
Okay, I'd like to report that back to Lieutenant and add my personal opinion that they may have dug under to provide a route for their undead armies and are now nesting underground, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
So we had reports of soldiers being dragged back by the zombies into these tunnels.
Oh, so the abrupt reduction in casualties is not a good sign.
No,
but
it is
a very
capture.
bad sign.
It's a very bad sign. I believe they may be capturing our soldiers and turning them.
And not as many are getting away, so things have gotten very bad, is what it seems like.
Overwhelming forces, it seems like, indeed.
Gonna go and see if there's any military personnel to talk to that have any other reports, et cetera, that have come in and to kind of corroborate what we've gotten from this fellow who's been on the front lines.
So there's a small garrison here to defend the hospital. They've just got off the radio with headquarters and have been told to dig in even more and prepare to defend, because there seems to be an offensive starting from this area.
Do they know what kind of offensive?
They just know that they're getting reports of casualties and engagement all along the line in this area, both above and below ground. So some dynamic has changed in the deadlock.
And so there's and have they gotten any other reports from troops coming in from the from south? You know, in other words,
not yet. It's too piecemeal.
Yeah,
but
so
there are some reinforcements showing up at the hospital.
Oh, now that I'm zoomed in, it looked like where I thought the Communist Party HQ was actually number 7. Number 1 is the southernmost point. So it looks like they may have attacked the Communist Party HQ and burrowed from there north to the Tremors area. Or they're there to attack they're there to try to get a beat on the HQ, which is no longer where the HQ is, but perhaps
it's
that's
now
why.
17, I think, right?
Right, it is at 17 now. It's a
Okay.
tractor factory.
Okay, and so troops that have been fighting in that area and anybody that's come back, they're basically the same. Are we getting the same, story as the guy
Same or similar stories. Yeah.
All right. If orders are to dig in, is that also, if they've just gotten off the radio, does that apply to us as well? I mean, what would
Maybe we should check in and talk about the fact that we also have some German orders intercepted.
Yeah.
And find out what we should do. We should, since we're special ops, maybe they still want us to go and investigate first.
Yeah, you're without bothering with codes and so on. A fairly angry major at the other end of the radio basically shouts throughout you, "Your orders remain the same. Find the source of this problem and eliminate it if you can."
All right.
Yeah, they're too generalist for this. We are needed to go and investigate.
All right. So I guess we're going deep into the abyss. All right. Great.
All I need to know is,
does this hospital have a rat problem?
Oh,
probably.
Are you hungry
pretty much
again,
everywhere
Bill?
has a rat problem.
Okay, I think we should leave Comrade Pushkin here to help the hospital.
Get even juicier.
He'll deal with their rat problem as long as they don't eat him, and hopefully he'll stay away from the front line where we're going.
And it probably
Lord.
comes with some of the wounded and dying and
Yeah.
things of that nature.
All right, so
Something
you take out Comrade Pushkin and put him down on the ground. Some of the soldiers salute him when they see his medal.
Yeah, I'll give him a little scratch and send him on his way.
Yeah, he sits and ostentatiously licks his intact genitals.
Yay! Well, I mean, we would too if we could. So,
So, is there a metro station in the hospital?
Years later, there's a statue of him erected when things go back after the war. For comforting the wounded.
Right, there is a metro station beneath the hospital, so you could go down there and use the tunnels to get to October Station.
Yep, I was just checking into that. So we could go into the metro tunnels where the zombies are. Yeah,
Did you guys see the message I left in the private chat?
I did.
Okay.
Where is this?
yeah, I just noticed it.
Yeah. We will be stopping soon. Anyway.
Okay, good.
So this will be the last hurrah.
Mm-hmm.
Hoorah.
All right. So, are we going over land or going underneath?
I say we go underneath if the
I vote under.
orders are to investigate and get as much intel as we can gather.
Okay. You descend into the bowels of the hospital. Just above the station, they've got a little store of electric lamps, so you can pick those up to use if you want to. Once you're down there,
Overpriced, I'm sure.
there's some wounded being brought up the stairs from the place, from the station. So that there must be still quite a lot of fighting going on there. And there's a corporal trying to arrange a way to blockade the stairs if they lose the station. He reaches out a hand as you come past. It's very dangerous down there at the moment. You might want to wait if you're heading somewhere.
I was going to say, it's dangerous to go down there. Take this.
Wait for. Do they come in waves? Is there some sort of respite you're counting on, or what do you mean wait?
We don't know what's going on. The orders were to dig in, so we're trying to barricade this up. So I can't really let you
go in deep. And so if you think this is, it doesn't seem like there's going to be much difference between above and below ground, except that there's snipers above ground. So.
And there's whatever it is tearing us to pieces down here. But okay, fine.
Soldier, we're the cavalry.
All right. I might not be able to let you back up.
We'll find our own way.
Okay. So he orders the men to pull back the barricade and let you through, and you descend into the station. It's dark.
Second guessing going through the tunnels now.
It's wet. It's partially flooded. You can see the remnants of the sort of Soviet realist Art Deco grandeur that this was originally designed in, but so much of it is cracked and broken and sagging, or riddled with bullet holes. It's a mess down here. And the yawning mouth of the tunnel runs off to the south.
Do we have any flares or any kind of light sources?
You got these electric lamps, but that's it, really.
Is there any sound?
Massed groaning and the occasional gunshot.
I think the
What
coast
about
is clear, guys.
the destruction? It's like bullet holes, and are there any kind of like obvious claw marks or anything?
Not here.
Not here.
All right. Guess let's head south.
I will have my grenades at the ready,
And
Okay, so who's on point?
Me, of course.
Okay.
You know, shotgun usually means like, hey, guess what? You're in front.
You're the big one. You go in front, get shot first. Same principle for goalkeepers.
Actually not the big one. Well, I'm physique 3, so I guess I'm kind of big, but
Yeah.
I have physique 3.
okay, never mind. I'm not big at all. The Chinese
Well,
chick's
mine-
bigger than me.
3 is pretty good.
She's just a bodybuilder, all right?
Yeah, she
May
has
is probably
physique
quite
3 and
wiry.
ability 3.
Yeah.
Sergeant Yang Mei is on the testosterone pills. Her voice is getting deeper.
Yeah, you thought the plum wine was fruit, but it's a different kind of plum.
Yep.
Oh, I know.
She goes to the
I've
doc-
get that joke.
She's like, Comrade Doctor, I'm developing some hair in some strange places. Where? Right here below the balls.
Right, can Ramon make a awareness roll, please?
No, he can't, but he could sure try. I haven't made a damn roll all night.
Historically, no, he can't.
Throw that lucky
Historically,
green one.
Appropriate. Oh, I see what you did there. Historian, historically, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, there's
I
one.
don't blame it.
So it's
Here's
mind
one.
plus awareness. Yeah.
Yep.
Are those 3D printed dice? Is that what I'm seeing?
No, these are.
No, I mean the other ones up top there, the green,
I think
the
there's some
mostly
painted.
red ones, and this.
No, these are from Czechoslovakian company that made these.
So they probably are 3D printed. Because isn't Prussia from Czech Republic?
Maybe.
Okay, so you got one success.
Mhm.
Okay, so as you're heading down the tunnel, you hear the groaning getting louder because of the way the tunnel makes the echoes bounce around. It gets quite hard to figure out exactly how far away these things are, and you're concentrating so much on the groaning and the occasional gunshot that you hear from deeper in the tunnel that you completely fail to notice a tide of frightened rats coming this way down the tunnel.
Again with the damn rats, Grim.
Yep, until they pass over you.
It's a good thing we don't have any German women with us.
It's a good thing we left our cat back at the fucking hospital.
Hey, we left the cat where those rats are
Urban women
headed.
and rats after the stream.
Jesus.
The rats
in
pour.
the hospital. They're gonna go that way.
So they pour over you, but they're mostly concerned about running past you. But you still get a couple of bites. So Ramon take one lethal damage.
Damn it.
One of your capacity, and then the rats come down the tunnel towards the rest of you. Who's next in the marching order?
I will yell to warn them. I mean, I don't think I can avoid yelling to warn them.
Right.
I'll probably be up front somewhere.
I'll probably be in
Okay.
the middle.
So
Yeah.
the tide of rats bears down on Pyotr, but he's covered in cat piss. So the rats part like the Red Sea and move around the sides of the tunnel to get past him. So he shields the rest of you from the tide of rats.
I was lucky.
We're standing in the wake.
I will immediately become alert at seeing animals run away from anything.
Yeah.
So that can
And
mean
that's-
water,
Groaning.
fire, or what?
And the groaning.
The groaning is definitely getting louder, and you're fairly sure there's a lot of them. You don't think you have enough ammunition or firepower to deal with a wave of zombies that's anything like that wave of rats.
Right.
Oh, I've
So
got a lot.
if you only have one direction to go, then we might have to
Go
go
back.
back.
There might be service tunnels or nooks where engineers can hide when trains go by.
Have we
Okay.
passed any of
Let's
those?
look for those.
Is there a way to set up some traps or to like pin the numbers while we hide?
Given
Well,
your
we
history with grenades, maybe not.
So we can make them tripwire grenades.
Right.
Those are- If we've got I'm sure I could rig something with a wire to use the grenade. But that would use
So you
up a
see, when
lot
he
of-
trips the wire, this grenade goes off. Oh, wait. Can everyone make mind awareness rolls, please?
Oh, here we go again.
Yeah. So see if we can
Mind
actually
awareness.
find a way.
I was considering
Too
bringing
high.
out my binoculars to
What?
look down the thing, but then you said zombie army, so I figured
Yes,
I don't need
it's dark, but it looks bigger.
So,
2.
I have 2 successes.
I have 1.
1.
Okay, and I need 2 and 3. It's mind awareness.
That's no, 4s aren't successes, are they?
No, 5s and 6s.
I got 0 successes then.
Yeah.
Oh no, 3. We got 3 successes. That's actually a 6.
Okay,
We
cool.
got that weird dice.
All right, 3 successes.
Yeah, I don't know
Okay.
what they put on.
So I think that's the most successes anyone got. 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, looking around, you do find a staff-only entrance to a service tunnel.
Okay, over here.
It is, however, locked. So someone's going to have to pick it.
How sturdy does it look? Could we just bash the handle off and or
You could probably find a use for Ramon's shotgun in granting you access.
Okay,
Yes.
well, let's
Black
save that.
box,
Let's
lockpicker.
save that for when keeping an eye out. It's like, yeah, go ahead and use those binoculars. If we've got a flare or something to give us, like we can
Yeah.
toss, because like I don't know how much time we've got. So
Do I know how to pick it with a
No,
Black
don't
Ops of
stop.
1?
Yeah,
I have Black Ops.
to pick it, you could either use repair or Black Ops.
I have Black Ops 2. Do you want me to do it?
You're probably better
yes,
at it.
go.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it'd be
So
mobility plus blops.
awesome. That's 5 dice.
All right, and while they're doing that, I'm gonna go set a lamp a little forward of us and then walk back.
Yeah.
Binocularing.
And I'm getting
Oh,
my
wow. That is
shotgun door,
3 successes.
actually lockpick ready.
Yeah,
how
exactly.
many?
Shotgun lockpick, just in case we see a
3
horde.
successes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, Yang quickly crouches down, pulls a hairpin, clickety clickety click, ta-da! You're through.
Great.
All right, I'm rushing a little
grab
because
my
we
light.
have like
Let's get
half an
let's
hour
get
left.
inside.
You learn to do this when you live under Japanese occupation.
Okay, so the service tunnel runs quite a long way alongside the main tunnel, so you're able to move along through it. There's a few dead bodies back here, a few straggling rats which are hiding here and there, but you see their tails slipping away underneath boxes and things. Any useful tools and things have been stolen. A couple of times you pass by other doors, service doors, which have been blown off their hinges by something, and you do see several zombies moving past. There are zombies in Soviet fatigues. There are also zombies in the more sort of usual boiler suits that the Germans dress theirs up in. But those seem to have these big mechanical fists attached onto their arms and have been modified in other ways. Dangerous. But they are zombies, and so not particularly alert, and you're able to slip past them.
But modified after they were dead?
Sure.
Okay.
It's
that's-
easier that way.
Wow. Okay.
They don't put up as much of a fuss.
Is that enough
Yeah.
of them that the hospital's in trouble?
They should be able to hold out for a while.
They were
Have
barricaded.
you noticed rolling grenades out of the door? as
They
they're
would probably notice that, but you need to find the source, really.
Yeah, let's. When he suggests killing some of the zombies, like that's nearly unlimited. We got to stop it at the source, and let's not get their attention.
Okay.
I didn't know.
At the
Can
end,
we radio the hospital? Let them know ahead of
you
time.
can't get
No.
a signal underground.
No. All right.
Are we near the Umbrella High facility?
When you do try your radio, though, you pick up pulsing static on a regular beat.
Creepy guys.
Is there any kind of science roll I can do to see if I know if that's some
Yes,
sort of?
you
Good
can
idea.
science the shit out of it. Make
Yes.
make a mind plus physics roll.
All right.
So it's 5 dice.
Wow.
All right, 5. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I'm wondering if they've got some sort of control signal that they send out.
Actually, and add 1 to that die pool because you've got some specialist science equipment.
All right. Yeah, VK detection gear and shit like that.
1, 2.
Yeah, only 2 successes.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it's enough. This radio signal isn't a radio signal at all. It's just interference around a vril signal.
Yeah, my
Oh, you guys are frozen.
Oh.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
and that hiccup problem.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a vril signal, and it's on the same wavelength as brainwaves.
Oh, so maybe it is some sort of zombie control or zombie. Maybe there's some way in which that's used.
Zombie pacifier.
Is there anything further I can do with that information?
With enough time and enough gear, you could maybe jam the signal or do something else with it.
Okay, and then the VK detection gear, was I already using that?
I'm allergic to zombies.
Yeah.
But yeah, you check around with that, and it's coming stronger from the end of the tunnel, and you're not that far from the final station now.
All right, then I'm gonna kind of keep it on monitor as we move forward, and then we can continue forward.
So you get to the end of the service tunnel. There is electric light here, and not coming from the tunnels. Also, there are big cracks in the ceilings and the walls, as if the ground has been heavily disrupted here. What should be here at the end is a big mechanical turntable for turning the trains and allowing them to go back the other direction. But you're going to expose yourself if you peek out to see what's there. But at the moment, all you're really aware of is the groaning of more zombies, but not that many, perhaps, and the sounds of machinery and an engine or a generator running.
I think Sergeant Yang is our sneakiest.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna keep my binoculars out and then for movements.
I have stealth 3 and disguise 3. I guess they're sub skills of Black Ops. So
Yeah, so it'd be a mobility stealth roll to try and ninja your way in there.
okay.
Yeah, and I'd like to scope the area out and then
Well, if you
follow her
I'm saying if you
movements.
peek your head out, you're going to be seen.
Well, can I
You're
just
going to be
not,
split.
can I not see from cover?
No.
Or you have to like?
You'll have to
saying-
lean out.
Oh, never
Yes.
mind.
Okay.
5, 6. Okay. That is 1 success. No, 2 successes.
Okay, well, that's enough. Okay, so Yang sort of muddy up your clothing with soot from the walls and slink out, taking advantage of the shadows as best you can, and creep closer to the end. Sticking up out of the ground and having broken the remaining rails down here is a great big drill bit sticking out of some kind of vehicle. It kind of looks like someone chopped both ends off a Panzer. And that's sticking up out of the ground. There are a couple of big glowing cases with a sort of bluish glow around them. And rubber tubing is running off those to some kind of set of machines. There is a man in a black lab coat constantly moving, stabbing things into bodies, which are then reanimating and standing up.
Oh, shit.
We have a necromancer.
I have my target. Target acquired.
We have our target.
Well,
Murder him.
I mean, like, but the issue is if we ambush, his zombie puppets will defend him. So
Yeah.
let's
Well,
try to
Well, I mean,
have Yang do her
she might be able to fucking just,
crit.
go murder him right now, and then
Yep.
then we'll just like act as cleanup crew to get her out. And,
Yeah.
I mean, we can do that. I don't mind.
Or like all of us could toss our grenades in there and just shut the door. And
Yeah, I mean,
right now out of our range, so we really
We
can't
can't
tell her
communicate,
anything.
yeah.
So it's kind of up to her decision of what she's going to
Yeah,
do
I don't
now.
have any grenades, so if I can sneak up to him, I can get +3 bonus damage against him.
yeah, because you've got the assassinate ability, which is,
Mhm.
and provided you can one-shot him, he can't raise the alarm or anything. So.
Right, exactly.
That'd be really nice.
That was the hope, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to need another stealth roll to get close to him.
Okay.
Would that be still? I heard mention 2 kinds of abilities. There was disguise, and then there was
Yeah, I have
stealth.
disguise
Yeah.
and stealth.
Would that be helpful in this case, or is that like face to face?
I mean, you do have those German uniforms. I mean, just in case you could do that, but I think actually sneaking up on him is the better way to go about
Okay,
it.
so it is more of like a interactive thing when you disguise.
Right,
versus-
disguise is like putting on a
Putting on a
disguise and
disguise.
looking like something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Camouflage didn't work so well earlier. So.
So I'm gonna roll the sneak. That is 1 success.
Okay. Do you have any action points you want to spend?
How much do I need? How many do I need to spend to get?
You need to get 2 successes. So
Okay, so just 1.
Oh, you can spend them one at a time as you want, but you just need to get an extra success.
Okay,
Do you
then I spend
roll?
1 action point.
Per
Okay, roll another dice.
Oh, so you
Okay.
add
So you
them.
only get 1 die per an action point.
But you add them
Yeah.
to your current pool. You don't reroll.
Yeah.
Not the 1. Oh my god.
Okay. Do you have any more action points?
I have 1 more. I have 1 more.
Okay.
Give her
Can
action.
can we add our own to it?
I
or
will
no?
let you add them because it's the end
It's
of the game.
communism. Come on.
I'm gonna donate my action point to Yang.
I'm
here.
gonna
Here
donate
you
mine
go.
too.
Me too.
Yeah, you can have my
This-
action point.
This ethereal chip goes flying through the air.
Just keep borrowing action points from us until you get.
How many dice do I get to add?
Well, just
1
keep-
per action point. So
so
3?
at least keep
How many?
rolling.
So
you
you
got
get
at
one
least
from
3
me.
more that
Yeah.
you can do.
yeah.
Oh my god, that's 2 successes.
Here we
6
go.
and a 5.
Sweet.
That's what we need.
Okay. So yeah, the power of the collective is with you as you slink between the dumb zombies who are kind of mindlessly patrolling and get right up behind the scientist. Right,
Carry the hopes of all of us with you.
assassination time. Make a melee attack. You only need 1 success to hit.
Okay. Let me retrieve the dice from the area where they are in the dice tower so I can have more space.
So with a melee, do you just roll your melee, or is it like mobility?
weapon?
plus melee?
It's physique normally for close combat, so it'd be physique plus attack melee.
Yeah, I think mobility is more like dex, so for like shooting.
Yeah.
It's-
That
That's a lot of
is
dice.
2 successes.
Okay. So that's 1 damage for the sword. So +1 makes 2, and your assassinate ability makes 5. And it's got penetration, so his armor won't work. And he's a scientist, so he probably doesn't have a lot of hit points. No, capacity 2. Okay.
No.
Yeah. You appear from the all-concealing darkness behind the scientist as he's like checking the readouts and dials and sort of tap them with his finger. And then all of a sudden he has a blade through his head from side to side. Interesting. I appear to have gone blind.
I need to get some aspirin. I'm feeling a bit of a headache.
And then when you withdraw the blade, he collapses.
Awesome.
I take it all that's going to happen next is you're all going to roll all your grenades in there and blow up his equipment.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Should we
this is our equipment
inspect it
now.
first?
What? Okay. Do you want to try and capture the equipment, or
I think we
No.
should. This could certainly help with spreading the communist cause to Germany.
My
you're
friend,
talking
all
about
this can do is give us a horrible reputation like the Germans and make us just as
Like
bad as
undead.
they are.
Right. We don't need the.
No, we should
Because
just
that would never
Let
happen.
our
for them.
scientists determine that, and plus, there
No
could
one
be
must
something
have
to
this power.
salvage.
We must destroy it.
It could help us defeat them.
Okay, Sarge.
We might
Private,
end the war.
Private
Well, the thing
Lopez
is,
makes the decision for
sneak in
everybody
there
and
is gonna
shoots
have
his
to come from
grenades
big
in.
battle. So let's
Okay.
make sure that she gets out of there and we throw grenades in, because I'm not going to try to sneak in there and try to get whatever equipment is there, and have all those zombies that are walking around all over the place come and try to kill us. So
Okay, so I sneak out.
back.
Okay, and then a bunch of grenades are rolled in and interact with the VK that's being stored in there in interesting ways, increasing their explosive potential by something like 50 times.
There's not a
So, yeah.
crater.
We may
There is
not
an
need-
enormous explosion that destroys the zombies and the equipment, and you make your escape down the maintenance tunnel. When you destroy the equipment, the transmitter that he had amongst his bits and pieces there stops working, and the Soviet zombies fall out from under his control. When you raise the dead, they maintain and retain certain aspects of their original personalities and so on. Like the German zombies will recognize and not attack allies normally. So he was overriding that somehow in the Soviet zombies to turn your own dead against you. But now they revert to type and attack the Nazi zombies that are around them. So the zombie mobs kind of take care of each other, and you emerge victorious from the tunnels.
Mission
The
accomplished.
operation was a success.
But the doctor died.
Yes. And you saved Pushkin and did other glorious, amazing things
And
as
we
well.
can retreat.
And Pushkin gets all the credit for this mission, and the statues erected about him and his glorious defeat of the zombie hordes are written in history.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, I hope-
additional medals going around his neck.
I hope you enjoyed that. And
I
I hope people watching enjoyed. I know a few people had to drop out. So again, that's Dust Adventures. I don't know if you can still get it from Modifius or not, but I think there's PDFs still available if you're interested.
So it's been around a while.
It's been around a while. Yeah, so it was originally a set of art books and comics by Paolo Parente. Then it was a war game, which I was heavily into, and there was just like a version of Risk that was for it as well. It is a really great, interesting, pulpy world, but unfortunately, he got kind of tangled up with an unscrupulous production company, and so it's kind of defunct now, unfortunately. But you can still find some of the miniatures. There's a full-on war game, and there's a sort of light war game. If you're interested in it, it is a great setting. I like it a lot, and this adventure went a lot better than previous attempts. Now I know it seemed like you were failing a lot, but you were proper pulp level characters, whereas previously when I've tried to run it, I wanted to start at low level, and nobody could accomplish anything. So I think the trick is to play it at the higher level.
But
That
also,
makes it work.
Indiana Jones failed a lot in his adventures too. So Hope level heroes fail a lot.
Yeah.
He was good
That
at
is
failing
true.
forward.
It was funny. There's actually, I thought that this was related, but it's now becoming obvious to me that it's not. But there's actually these Dust sci-fi shorts that you can find that are
those are good.
Kind of like
Yeah, I watch a few of those.
films kind of things.
Yeah.
Impression.
Yeah.
Is this a different Dust to what we're going to be playing with T-shirt?
Yeah. That's other Dust. There's the system,
other
Yeah,
Dust.
other Dust.
and Darwin's
What is
World,
that?
which is the
Isn't there like a self-generating game called Dust?
Yes.
By the way, for next week, I'm going to be running Darwin's World, which I'm going to be using the other Dust system to do that. So thanks to Grim, he got some quick start sheets and some character sheets all put together for me. But yeah, I helped work on Darwin's World a little bit, and I love that system. So if you like post-apocalyptic stuff with, the crazy mutants and robots and all the other tropey post-apocalyptic stuff, then yeah, you need to join. You'll have
So
a
would
lot
you
of fun.
say Darwin's World is a good evolution?
It's definitely the kind of place. Well, the way I run it, it's almost kind of silly-ish, because normally, radiation just makes people die. But in this case,
Not
you
very
might
sexy.
actually, yeah.
Yeah.
In this case, it might actually kind of make you more interesting.
All right, so that's next Sunday we're playing that, isn't it?
Mhm.
And Tuesday we're doing a Dungeons and Discussions
Yes, we are.
about sexy stuff
Yes,
in
we're gonna
RPGs.
We're going to be talking about kinks and cantrips.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone. It's midnight, and I think Witch King's about to turn into a pumpkin, and I'll maybe turn into some sort of gourd. I don't know. Still deciding. So,
Yeah, good game.
good night, all.
Okay.
Thanks for the game. See you soon.
Good night, everybody. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Bye.